Yo, what is up? I want to make sure my mic is on. And it is. What is up, everybody? How's your day going? What have you been up to? Let me know. Let me know. I'm concerned. And I am here. So what is up? How's your day? How are you doing today? I personally am exhausted. I was just talking to Dark Gray Moon in the Discord messenger, and I was letting him know, like, my day's been extremely busy. If you guys don't already know, I said it the other day, but my grandfather came through. That's my father's father. That's who came through this past time. Was good, actually. So what did you do today, Sleepy? Why was it so good? Mine was good. I feel like I'm accomplished. But it was back-breaking work, though. It's just I didn't go to work today. I had the day off from work, and I woke up and at like 7:30 in the morning, ate some woke up, ate some oatmeal the wife made, which was amazing. She makes it with kefir, which is like essentially she takes like a culture, she puts milk in it, mixes it up, and then within like 24 hours it makes like a drinkable yogurt, and then she does other things with it. She made oatmeal, she'll make smoothies, that kind of stuff with it. But this morning she made some oatmeal, we had some coffee, and then I went in the backyard and started working. And I cleaned up the patio, got all that stuff done. And then we went into the garage, cleaned out the garage, I put out the sprinklers, got like a bunch of stuff up in the rafters, and cleaned out the garage was a mess because winter here is cold and I don't want to deal with it. So all the things that I've been putting off since pretty much October, I cleaned it all up today. And it was a pain in the ass, but I feel a little bit accomplished. She got all of her plants inside the house. She brought them outside, put some new dirt in all of them, took care of them, put in some some worm castings inside of them and stuff like that, and so we got a lot done, and we're preparing for Nana to come in. So it's my mother's mother. So before it was my father's father, now it's my mother's mother, and she's flying in. I want to go pick her up at the airport at 8:30 in the morning, so I got to leave here about 6:30, I think, to go get her. So I'm going to be, you know what? I'm lying. Sorry. I have to leave at 8:30. She's coming at 10:30. I just remembered 8:30 because that's the time I actually have to leave, not the time I have to be there. So I'll be leaving at 8:30 in the morning to go pick her up. And with that, she's going to be here until June 10th. She's going to be here hanging out, and we're going to be hanging out with the kiddos. My daughter's going to be coming this next Tuesday for the summer, so you guys will probably see her. I'm thinking about getting her some type of masquerade type mask so that she can actually be on here, and I feel comfortable with her being in the public a little bit, like sitting here playing games, talking, all that stuff for like long periods of time. I was thinking I might take a break from the Mass Effect schedule if my daughter's here and jump into It Takes Two, but I'm not entirely sure if we'll do that every night or how it's going to work out. Maybe I'll do Mass Effect Thursday, It Takes Two on Friday, and then just chatting. I'm not sure. No clue. Hey, what is up, Dark Gray Moon? Dark Gray Moon is here. What is up, man? I was just talking about you because I was telling everybody that we were talking over in the Discord chat just a little bit ago. Well, thank you so much, Dark Gray Moon. I forgot. Dark Gray Moon subscribed at a tier 1, subscribed for 2 months. Boom. There we go. Dark Gray Moon, I got that little effect I put in here. Boom, boom, da. Drift. You know what, Drift? Here we go. And you know what, Sleepy? I didn't read your thing. So worked, but it wasn't that as bad as I thought it would be. Just kind of busy. That sounds so fun. So work work on a good day is not bad. And I agree with that too. It's one of those things that I enjoy work for the most part. If it's a smooth and everything works, everything clicks into place, maybe it's not too busy, maybe I can chill and just kind of get my work done, not worry about anything. Those are the best days to work, and I love it. No wrenches. No wrenches. So Dark Gray Moon, thank you so much. Dark Gray Moon, let's play Dark Gray Moon a song. You know, Dark Gray Moon, this is the one song that, you know, Dark Gray Moon's money doesn't jiggle, it folds. Here we go.
Money don't jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle, for
sure.
Make me wanna dribble.
You know.
Riding in my Fiat. You really
Greetings, everyone. We got Drift in here. Drift, I'm glad to be here. Well, we're glad to have you here. I will take it. Well, you'll take what? What do you take? Yeah, we were just talking about you. So all good things, of course. I'm glad to be here. Drift, and guys, if you don't know, Drift just made affiliate. Hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, Drift just made affiliate. He was over his threshold as far as what's that called? As far as followers. However, what's hard for a lot of streamers right after the follower mark is the what's that called? Man, Drift, help me out here. Oh, the average viewer count. So the average viewer count has to be over 3, and Drift just got that the other night. He got his average view count over 3, and now Drift is affiliate. He's qualified to be affiliate. So once he fills out his paperwork, Drift, I will let you know. I want to warn you. Yeah. I'm going to warn you, Drift. When you're filling out that paperwork, it honestly feels like you're selling your soul a little bit. You know? Because essentially you're filling out paperwork the same you would if you've ever had a job. I'm not sure, Drift. Like, oh, Drift has a job. He works at Chrysler. I'm sorry, Drift. I know that. I don't know why I forgot that. But Drift, the same thing when you worked at a job and you have to fill out the W-2 information, all that kind of stuff. It's the same exact thing. So everything will go towards, like, you'll sign all the paperwork and stuff, but you'll also sign a contract too, and you read through it. There's some other things in there, like you can't stream on multiple platforms at the same time. Some people do it, and if you're small enough, you can get away with it. But you can get banned from Twitch for doing it. W-2. Yeah, you do W-2, but you also do a contract as well. Because I think there's rules for affiliate that you can't, like, stream on YouTube and you can't stream on Twitch at the same exact time. There are some software programs out there where you can actually stream on both. Yeah, I can't stream on YouTube, which sucks. Yeah, you can't. I think you can actually stream on YouTube, but on a separate time, a separate schedule, all that kind of stuff. You just can't do them at the same time. Like, there's some software out there, like I was saying, where you stream on both at the same time, where you can, like, pretty much set your OBS or whatever on this, like, platform, and that platform will stream to both sites at the same time, and it'll kind of, like, garner some followers over. Assistant to the regional manager. You know, it's funny that you say that. Is my shirt says regional manager, and my kiddo Bjorn's shirt says assistant to the regional manager, which I always enjoy. Yeah, but that's off. You know, when you're small enough, I don't know if they'll actually pay attention, but I don't do it because I'm afraid to chance it and then get banned. You know. And YouTube is better in some ways. Like, YouTube, I've looked at so many YouTube videos, right? YouTube videos as far as, like, Twitch versus YouTube or versus Facebook, right? Because Facebook has Facebook Gaming now. And when it comes to all the three, there's benefits to each one. The reason why I stick to Twitch is obviously, you know, you guys are on Twitch and that kind of stuff. I don't want to go to another platform and then try to build up an audience or lose any of you guys or any of that kind of thing. I just think it would be a hassle to even learn it, so I don't do it for that reason. The other thing is Twitch, I think, is more fun in a way because you have all the emotes, you have all the sound, the channel sound stuff, you have all that kind of stuff going on, which that stuff is not really it's not really as a big, as big on like Facebook or YouTube. And YouTube can be okay because your videos will stay there forever, and you can garner up, some type of income as far as advertisement, that kind of stuff. But as you know, the Twitch
emotional damage.
As you know, the Twitch algorithm, like the Twitch for finding, people and stuff, is not the best, and YouTube is a lot worse. So if you had to pick between the two, I think Twitch is better in a way, but I think you do it well as far as Drift. So Drift, I think you do it well where you take your streams, you're downloading them, and I see that you put them up on Twitch. On YouTube as well. And I've been trying to do that more myself. I try to put up little clips or that kind of stuff on YouTube. What's so funny is my first video got a lot of views. Like, I was like, oh shit, this is easy. My first video had like hundreds of views, and I was like, what the hell just happened? And then after that, they're under 10, I think. I think they're under 10. But I don't know. I guess it was beginner's luck, or YouTube probably fucks with the algorithm a little bit. Like, they mess with it so that it's really cute. It's really cute though. Hey Taco, what is up, Taco? Dark Gray Moon, you could be the assistant to the original manager tonight though. Hey Taco. So I want to ask you guys a question before I jump into this. And Sleepy kind of already told me what her thing is, but do you guys believe in ghosts, aliens? I want to say that Dark Gray Moon's going to say a no. But do you guys believe in Dark Gray Moon? Do you guys believe in Dark Gray Moon? Is he real? No, I'm joking. But Master Taco. Yeah, Taco is a master. If you guys saw Taco's artwork in the Discord today, that was very impressive. Like, she was criticizing herself, and I don't understand. How am I real? Are we all real? I think that was an actual philosopher, right? A philosopher. What was his name? 1500s French philosopher. I can't remember his name now off the top of my head. I do remember what he said. Cognito ergo sum, which is Latin. Shit, I don't remember his name though. Descartes. Yeah, the philosopher Descartes. 1500s French philosopher, said cognito ergo sum. He was questioning if he was real, if we're real. He was questioning if are we awake when we're awake, or are we awake when we're dreaming, right? When we're asleep. Like, which world is real? And cognito ergo sum, just Latin for I think, therefore I am. And what his conclusion was is, I'm thinking about it right now as I'm awake. So I am here right now. I think, therefore I am. So he says, I'm living in the moment. I'm here right now. And this is where it was actually Descartes. You're saying Plato. But yeah, it was Descartes. He was a 15th century, 15th century. Are we dancers? Are we dancers? You know, that reminds me of Taco. Are we dancers? It reminds me of the Killers. Does anyone here know who the Killers are, the band? There's a song, I think it's Are We Human? Yes, Are We Human or Are We Dancers? Is that where you just pulled that from? I love the Killers. I'm a huge fan of the Killers. Whatchamacallit? I'll tell you guys a sad story about the Killers. Maybe not sad. I guess it helped me. Are we ships of Thesis? What does that even mean? Are we ships of Thesis? Thesis. I'm not sure what that means. Dark Gray Moon got deeper than I can get because I'm not sure what that means. Ships of Thesis. So Taco, it seems like you're a Killers fan. So I'll say one thing about the Killers. If anyone doesn't know who the Killers are, it seems like everyone knows who the Killers are. But the Killers are great. I was a huge fan of the Killers in high school, and I still will listen to them once in a while. I love them. Actually, a couple of years ago, I went and saw the Killers live and it was I will tell you, I did tear up a little bit. I teared up a little bit because I loved them so much throughout high school. I loved them so much, my early 20s, that kind of stuff. Even when I joined the military, and this is the kind of sad. I guess it's not that bad. But when I joined the military, we weren't allowed to listen to music. Like, we're there for, was there 0 week, and then there's 9 weeks after that. So technically, we are there for 10 weeks for basic training. And you're not allowed to listen to music. You're not allowed to, like, you wake up when they tell you to wake up.
Emotional damage.
Thank you. But, yeah, you wake up, you get drilled, you get yelled at. It's different nowadays. If anyone wants to join that's in the United States, I do know the Air Force is a lot different nowadays. They got a lot softer, especially after they had a bunch of sex scandal stuff. So like that is public information. It's not anything that I'm saying or dropping. So anyone out there listening, don't get me in trouble for saying that. It was public information. But so I went in 2012, and it was before all that dropped, before like anyone, like it started to get a little softer, right? And we weren't allowed to listen to music. They were just kind of hounding us. They would cuss us out. We'd do all the physical stuff. And it was, what you think of like boot camp. That's kind of how it was. And I had a book. So in the Air Force, what makes the Air Force really, yes, it's public info. Yes, I know it's public info. I want to say that to keep myself safe. Because obviously I can't go too deep when it comes to military stuff because of, just like it's some things are confidential, some things are classified, some things are all this stuff. So what I try to do is just talk about like my experience in different aspects or that kind of stuff. I don't go into the details because then I could get in trouble. So like that's not like the thing that I want to dance. I don't want to play Red Rover with the devil, right? Or God, right? I don't want to die. So or get kicked out, right? Or anything like that. You have to walk that fine line. And so bottom line, in the Air Force, what makes the Air Force different a lot when in comparison to other branches of the military is while we're doing boot camp, while we're doing all this like physical exercise, we have this little, well, we used to, I don't know what they have nowadays, but we had this little, what they called a web belt. And it was kind of a belt that you'd wear, and inside had like a pocket, and you had like this thick textbook. And anytime you're standing in line, anytime you're waiting for anything, like you're getting shots, you would get immunizations, anytime they're taking blood, anytime you're waiting to go get gear or waiting for this or waiting for that, the proper thing to do, or you'd get yelled at, is you pulled out your book and you would start studying. Because at the end of boot camp, you have a test. And you have to be able to pass the test on top of the physical training test that they give you at the end of boot camp too. So at the back of my book, it was like the only paper I had, and there's some empty sheets at the very back of the book. I used to write lyrics to the Killers songs. Like, if you guys ever know the song Romeo and Juliet by the Killers, I had like the whole entire song just wrote out, where I would write out like, and it was mainly Killers song because I was really big into the Killers then. But I would write out the lyrics to like an entire song, and on the next page I had the lyrics to another song, and I would just read the words and sing the music in my head and just kind of hear the music in my head while I was reading it. And that's how I kept myself a little bit sane, right? Like, I wasn't able to actually hear music, so I was playing it in my head while reading the lyrics to the songs. And I wrote it down just because I think it was like I didn't really have anything else to do at one point, So I just wrote them all down when I was supposed to be studying, probably. I worked as what they called me back then. I don't think they're allowed to call us this now, but they called me the latrine queen. Not the latrine queen, sorry, the laundry queen or something like that, where I would do everyone's laundry for them as well. Like, that was one of my jobs. And when I would go and do the laundry, you kind of sit there and wait for the laundry to get done. You can't leave. So I would sit there, and you're supposed to study. And once in a while, I'd bring out a pen. I would write the lyrics out to a song and then play it in my head. Oh, yeah, that's right. So that was a pretty long rant. So, does everyone believe in ghosts? Everyone believes in aliens? Everyone believes in myths? With that, I want to ask, which one is your favorite? Would it be ghosts? Would it be Bigfoot? Would it be Taco with the skinwalkers that she brought up with my grandfather that wasn't interested in any of this stuff whatsoever? You guys remember that? My grandfather came in and he's like, you guys all wanted to talk about ghosts and stuff, and he doesn't care. He doesn't care about the kind of stuff. He's one of those people that like, I gotta see it to believe it, and other than that, I'm cool. So Ghost, why Ghost in particular? And Taco, is yours skinwalkers? I feel like Taco is a skinwalker. Is it Bigfoot? Anyone out there? Bigfoot, aliens, or myths? If it's just general myths, you know what? We have you know what? Myths can be regional too. So Sleepy, are there any myths in Wisconsin that are like localized to Wisconsin? Or Dark Ray Moon, do you have any local myths over in Sweden or anything? Or Taco, do you have any myths over in Mexico? The Chupacabra, you know, or something like that. I don't know. The Chupacabras is so famous, right? So that's why I went with that. Big feet. You're big into big feet. Is it a foot fetish you got there, or is it Bigfoot? Any cryptids I'm interested in? Skinwalkers, Wendigos. I don't know Wendigos. I do not know that one. I do have I do have any myths in Sweden. Do I have any myths in Sweden? Yeah. Well, not do you have any myths in Sweden? I'm saying there's any local myths out in Sweden. Well, yeah. No. I'm confused now. I was wondering if there was any local myths in Sweden that is your favorite, or do you prefer do you really prefer Bigfoot? Or do you prefer aliens or anything like that? Are like monsters from cannibals? My lordy. So I'm gonna look this up. I want to look up Wendigos. Holy shit. If you guys want to see this, I'll jump over here. So I got Wendigo right here. This is Taco's favorite. My God, is that dark. So Wendigo is a mythical creature or an evil spirit which originates from folklore of the plains of the Great Lakes natives, as well as First Nations. Some First Nations. With Great Lakes, I grew up next to the Great Lakes, and I never actually heard of this. Look really lengthy and tall and super thin. Yeah. So if I click over here, yeah, I see the thinness right here. We got the thinness right here. It looks like they got some like deer, almost deer antler like, right? It's almost like a mix between a deer antler and maybe a caribou or something like that with the like the actual width of it. And endless amounts of Swedish mythologies. I would imagine Sweden has a lot of mythologies. Do they? So in Sweden, I imagine, do you guys get into Lamventyr at all? And elves and dwarves and all that kind of stuff? I know that's a lot of big thing in Norse when you talk about the Lamventyr, which is like land spirits essentially, or you talk about the dwarves, or you talk about the elves and all that kind of stuff. Is that? I'm guessing that's what it's going around since it's Sweden. But I could be wrong. I can't think of any myths off the top of my head. Because I had a few encounters with them. Holy shit. So let me hear. What are these encounters have you had with the ghost? Hodag. Hodag is a myth and an urban legend in Wisconsin. Wow. So you know what? I want to jump right here. Hodag. Hodag. Is this the Hodag? Right here? Is that what it is? It almost looks like a dinosaur. Consider the Hodag. So, the natural... So I want to read this from Taco. Taco says, the Nahal has its origin in Nahadi language, meaning hidden disguise. It's a creature that can transform into an animal, often described as a sorcerer who can transform in the practice witchcraft. That sounds a little bit like a skinwalker too. And that's what I've said that so many times, right? Here, I'll go into this. Oh yes, very much old myths are kind of still known here. Are they still like believed by a decent percentage of the people there, Dark Gray Moon? That's what I'm wondering. Like Santa used to be a very angry and vengeful goat. I know. Is Sweden one of those countries where they actually burn a goat? Is that Sweden that they burn a goat every Christmas time? But I think it has a representation more so for Thor, because obviously Thor's chariot, I want to say, for lack of a better term, Thor's chariot is actually, if you guys don't know, is whatchamacallit, pulled by two goats, and the goats he can eat every night, and then they kind of reincarnate in the morning. Oh, that looks creepy. That was from Taco. And Gray says, and you better put out bowls of porridge for Tomte to take care of the animals in the household in the winter. So how is Tomte a... Tomte, I'm guessing, is some type of spirit, right? It's not. I don't even think it's coming up. Is Tomte this one? It's a troll or something like that? So he helps take care. And you know what? I'll go into that a little bit. Gavel Balkan. I probably said that completely wrong. Is burned almost every year. Tomte is like a house spirit. Think garden gnome. Yes. We actually keep garden gnomes around the house for, I will say something pretty cute about garden gnomes. We have this garden gnome that we keep in the garden, and it's riding a cat. A drift, damn. But they would be fucking insulted. Oh, are they insulted if they don't get like the porridge, or because you're essentially giving them offering, right? You're giving them offering for protection. It's a give and take relationship, and you're saying if you don't like put out the offering, then they could get upset about that, right? I don't think we have that. So sorry. So you don't have any. So Drift is still here. I thought Drift went away, but Drift, what do you have in the great land of the Canucks? If you guys don't know, Drift is a Canuck up there in Canada, eating his poutine, bud. Going to go watch some hockey, eat some poutine, bud. Eh? Oh, you know what? I just copied and pasted that in the wrong place, guys. I just put in that chat, and I'm sorry. I wanted to look up Gov. Yes, this is what I was thinking of. But this goat, I was wondering if that is Sweden's, yes. But I was wondering if this had connections to Thor's goat. Or goats, right? I don't know why they burn it. I know it gets burnt every year, and it's not supposed to be. I think it's just like a tradition that someone ends up burning it. So for Xmas, you would put out bowls of porridge. Okay. I don't think we have that. So Sleepy is going to talk about her ghost encounter. So family and I went on a ghost tour in Louisiana. You know one I'll talk about Louisiana in a second, but let me read this. My ADD is just fucking around with me. We took our son when he was 8 months old. We walked around this place in a tour guide, and I saw a ghost with my own eyes. When I was walking with my son in my arms by myself, by a body of water, and felt what was like a little kid pulling my shirt behind me, and no one was within 100 feet from me. That is crazy. So Louisiana has a lot of history with that kind of stuff. And I feel like what I was going to say about Louisiana is not fitting right now, but that is insane. Man, I don't know if I've ever had a ghost encounter per se, but I've had I would say a spiritual encounter, and maybe it was a ghost. I'm not sure. I was at a cemetery. Me and my wife were together, so we both encountered it. Actually, they would have taken care of your horses and goats and all. And I understand what that's going back to, Dark Gray Moon. I think that's very common when it comes to northern cultures, when it comes to winter offerings and winter type of protection. And I think that kind of dates back to, before modern times, where, like, you have Yule, right? You have Yule where you would actually meet up with your family. It was people don't know this. It pretty much takes place at the same time as Christmas, right? Saturnalia and Yule became Christmas, right, in Roman times. But Yule essentially, and even Saturnalia to an extent, was in these like old, like more pagan holidays around winter, the winter solstice and that kind of stuff, was kind of a meeting of family, community would meet up together because you didn't know at the end of winter, you're not sure who really. I think part of it is you don't really know who actually was going to make it. So, like, it was kind of like meeting up with your family and friends and your community, because at the end of winters were obviously they're harsh, right, and colder climates. But then at the end of winter, you're not sure if everyone's going to make it to there. You don't know who's going to starve out. You don't know who's going to freeze to death. You don't know all these things. So you kind of want to meet together. Obviously, there's spiritual references and spiritual like aspects as far as winter solstice and veils within the spiritual realm, and people would celebrate that. Same with the summer solstice. Same with midsummer. Same with Estara or Eostre or anything like that. So let me keep on going down the chat because I'll start ranting about Yule for a long time. Gavgo is getting burnt almost every year. Yes, I do. I have heard of that multiple times. I thought, for some reason, I thought it was Sweden, and I'm actually lucky that I was right. But the year, but last they didn't. Oh, last year it didn't burn. Maybe it's something to do with COVID. They couldn't sneak out or something, right? I have not had much story. I have not much stories here. Drift. Well, Drift, if you don't have any stories, I wonder if there's anything local in Canada. I imagine there might be. But they were talking about a local myth from the Great Lakes that I lived right next to. I'd never heard of that before. 21st of December. Yes, he's talking about Yule. So Sleepy says the kids are also susceptible to seeing ghosts too because of the sense of awareness and better than adults. I'll go into that in a second. This is the reason why I thought of this tonight. So if I forget, just let me know. Kids are susceptible to seeing ghosts, and I'll say why I thought of this tonight, because of that one thing with Bjorn with today. Didn't tell the wife because I wouldn't have been able to stream if I would have told her. She would want me to stay in the room with her. Burning Govgo is a Swedish part-time. Yes, that is true. I just lost my position. So, do you believe in the sea god? When you go in the sea god, you're talking about... Oh, not Poseidon, obviously. You're probably going to be talking about Seer? I want to say Seer. Pass. Is that who you're talking about? You can let me know, yes or no. Yes, Seer, no Seer, or you can correct me on who it is. But last year, the year doesn't happen. We got COVID. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm caught up in the chat. But I am not superstitious. I kind of suspected that from you, Dark Gray. Dark Gray is a logical person, and at the same time, he's more. I feel like he's in the same realm as my grandfather as far as the seeing, believing. What do you think about aliens, though, Dark Gray Moon? Or the water goddess? Or the water goddess? I don't know. Water goddess. I can't think of a water goddess, honestly. But you know what? We'll look it up. We'll look up water goddess. Apparently, there is one. There's a water goddess. Seer. You know what? I thought it was Amphitrite. Right when I read it, I know I read it wrong, but right when I read it, I was like, this seems Greek. But also, let's burn the goat. Yes, let's burn the goat. I'm a little bit more into Wicca, but my own deities. And Nordic. So, oh man, how do I get into that without getting too deep into that? Because I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable when talking about Wicca. I will say that I'm not Wiccan or anything like that. But when you say my own deities, do you more focus on the Norse deities, or you go Celtic deities? I just imagine those are probably the ones you focus on, just because of your location. But so there's a male and a female god and goddess of the water. This year, the man who burnt the goat got charged. Well, that sucks. He shouldn't be charged for that. It's a tradition. So there's a male and a female goddess of the water. So Drift, are you talking about Greek mythology? Because we have, obviously we have the goddess of the water right here, and then we're going to have, I'm guessing, if I put in god of the water, it's going to say Poseidon. Poseidon, yeah. And which is also, obviously, which is also, Poseidon is Greek. But I imagine it's also, his Roman equivalent is Neptune. So yeah, Roman and Greek mythology are almost like, Roman mythology is almost just a rehash. It's almost like a remix of Greek mythology. They're very, very similar to almost exactly the same. Just gods have different names, right? Like I think Saturn, for where we get the term Saturday, is Saturn's day, is the only day of the week that is like, Roman. And I think the Saturn also has an equivalent as far as in Greek mythology. Mars has an equivalent in Greek mythology, Poseidon, all this stuff, like it's very, very similar. But I will say I don't know a lot about Roman mythology. I took Classical Academy in high school. That's embarrassing, but I took Classical Academy in high school, and that's the high school I went to. It's called Classical Academy until I moved from 9th and 10th grade. And in there, I had to take 2 years of Greek mythology, and I had to take Latin. So basically that, yeah. No, he shouldn't have, but it wasn't a hard sentence. I think my dog just leaned up on the door. I'm not sure. The Lord and the Lady, the caring one and the creator, if you will. The Lord and the Lady. So the Lord and the Lady, the caring one and the creator, if you will. Are you talking about, is this Frigg and Odin? That's the only thing I could think of. And I imagine you might say those differently. You could say Wotan. You can say Woden. You say Odin, Frigg, Frigga, all those, right? They're all essentially the same thing. And I don't know how you pronounce it. And for the details, that's for you. The guy burning the goat. Yeah, that sucks. They shouldn't charge him for that. And let me see what Drift's... So Drift was talking about, there's the god and goddess, but I think he was more so talking about in regards to Greek mythology. Because I'm not sure. And I do want to ask you guys, what do you guys want me to play tonight? Because we did finish up. That part is very personal. Okay, yeah. So I'm not going to go. So yeah, I apologize for that, Dark Gray. Yeah. And I just, yeah. When he put the capital THAT, now I feel like I crossed a line. No, not at all. That's why I'm like, oh crap, I'm sorry, man. No, not. But flexibility. No. I was just, curiosity killed the cat, and I'm a curious person. I will say the reason why I did this, and I'll let you guys know. The reason why I put that title there for the stream for today was because I was with Bjorn. I was sitting, like, my wife, we have the master bathroom or whatever, and I'm in our bedroom. Let's connect to the bathroom, and we're waiting for her to take a shower. And Bjorn, oh, you know what? I'm sorry, guys. You guys are no one called me out just now. No one just called me out. I apologize for that. Let me do that. I'm so sorry about that, guys. That probably was really annoying to watch me in a million ways, right? You guys were just watching my what you call it, the Twitch stream over and over and over and over again, and into a parallel universe going into itself. So that's always fun. But I was just jumping over to see how many viewers were actually in here. But so I was sitting there with Bjorn on my lap. We're sitting in front of the front of the bed on the ground. I'm using the bed as a backrest. Me and Zebra discussing faith. Yeah. Yeah, we can always do that in the chat in the Discord as well. I don't want to go too deep in it because I know it's it could be divisive essentially, right? I go into it into a very shallow sense. However, I don't go too deep because obviously we have people of different backgrounds, different people of cultures, different people of different beliefs. I don't even think cultures, I don't think, have to dictate your beliefs, right? I'm still here though. Well, yeah. Thank you, Drift. And I just think that regardless of culture, right? Is Taco and Sleepy still here? I still can't believe I can believe Sleepy's story because I do believe in that kind of stuff. But just making a PB&J, that's great. Yes. And but that's just so insane to me. Obviously I know, like, I believe it, right? I'm not saying I don't believe it happened. I'm just saying I can't believe it as far as, like, it's so crazy. And it's just so interesting to me. And it's one of those things that I don't know. I get really, like, caught up in that kind of stuff. And maybe to an extent that's probably not the best, but I enjoy that stuff. And what I was saying is I'm sitting there, my back's up. Well, thank you guys for still being here. Thank you guys for still being here. So, yeah, Sleepy, I don't even know what her background, that kind of stuff is, and I don't ask because Taco's talked about it, Drift has talked about it, Dark Gray Moon has talked about it. I don't know Harm, I don't know Sleepy, that kind of stuff. But to each their own. I think that I study everything really for the most part. I know I think Drift has a very interesting thing that he has going on as well. Drift to me is one of the most interesting as far as that kind of stuff. Maybe not the most, but yeah, probably one of the most. He's talked about that kind of stuff as far as with the church and the Hindu stuff, and it's just like I think that's extremely fascinating to kind of mend those worlds together and find a happy medium and that kind of stuff. Obviously, one might take over in a sense, and one might be a philosophy to live by. However, I just always enjoy that kind of stuff. I've said it before, in Korea, I've met a lot of Christians that were also Buddhists. They're like Buddhist Christians where they practice all the philosophies of Buddha. And but they were also Christian. And I just always found that very interesting. Right? So back to Bjorn. So we're sitting there. I'm using the bed as what should we call it? Like a backrest. I'm sitting up against the bed. Carol's in the shower, and Bjorn's crying. I'm trying to, like, soothe him. I've walked around. He's hungry. He wants to eat, and he's waiting for Carol to come out and give him some of his nourishment for the night right before he goes into bed. And he's tired too. He's a little fussy, and he gets sorry. He gets very, very quiet, extremely, extremely quiet, and out of nowhere, like, I had him on my knee, I'm sitting there on the ground, and he just gets real quiet, and he looks like straight ahead right here in front of him, right at where this window is that we have a blackout curtain on, and he's looking at the window, and he looks up like this, and he starts waving at nothing, and he starts waving at it, and he smiles. And I go, oh shit, what's up, man? I'm like, Bjorn, what's up, buddy? What are you looking at? And he doesn't even look at me. I think he did look at me for a second, and he's like looking around. And then he looked back up over at the corner of the ceiling. Like, if you see where the wall meets the ceiling, he's looking up over there, and he just starts waving. And he just did that every minute. He would just stop and he would wave like he was looking at a person. And it's very weird because at least I thought it was weird. Obviously, it's strange altogether. But he doesn't wave at anything, right? Like, he waves at me when I go by. I'll say, hey, ciao. And he'll say ciao. And he'll wave like this, or like crazy or something like that. Whatever he's feeling, how excited he is. But I'll leave, go to work. I go to home for lunch a lot, and I'll leave, and I'll say ciao, and he'll wave at me goodbye and that kind of stuff. But today, when he was looking up, and he kept on waving up there, and like looking at the wall and then looking up and waving. I was like, holy shit. What is this? And there's actually books in the location I'm in. I won't say the location, but like there's books about this location, about like ghosts and that kind of stuff. There was so much drift. There is a male. So are you replying to there is a male and a female? Wait, what? I'm scrolling up the chat. I'm trying to see what he's replying to. I think it was something from earlier when he said there's a male and a female, maybe. You know what? I'm sorry, I can't find it. Dark Ray, what do you mean? I can relate. What are you relating to? Sorry, I'm confused. But yeah, just him going up. I don't know what you guys think about that. What do you guys think? I will say that in the location I'm in, there's been books written about this place, about the ghost activity, the spiritual activity, that kind of stuff. I will say that one of my bosses that live close to me, he lives in almost like this little, obviously he's higher ranking and that kind of stuff. So he had like, it's almost like a little mansion, right? They're huge, right? And there's 4 floors. It's all right, food time. A male and female part of the water or divinity. Yes, the female. So as far as I know, in Greek mythology, I looked it up, but when it comes to, I'm just switching over. When it comes to Norse, I don't know what the female equivalent of that would be. And I go, boom. That's how I felt. This is how I felt. And then I was doing a little bit of that when Bjorn was looking up. And I was like, oh shit. My mind was racing. I was like, what is he looking at right now? And I will say, like I was saying, I went to my boss's house and he told me there was a little girl, a ghost that was a little girl that would just kind of walk up the stairs, and he could hear this ghost walking up. And he goes, every single night I go up. This is what my boss was telling me. So every single night I go on the top floor, I lock all the windows, and I go make sure the kids are sleeping, go to bed. And he goes, every morning I have to go back upstairs and lock all the windows again, because this. And he goes, and when I'm sitting there and I'm watching TV, or I'm sitting there drinking a glass of water, a glass of whiskey, he said, in his living room, that he could hear footsteps of like what he's been told was a little girl that died of a fever in that house, you know, like a long time ago, and that she walks up and down the stairs, and apparently she like messes with things on the top floor all the time. He says she's harmless though. He's not a big deal, but he says he always called her like Jennifer or something. Like, yeah, he gave her such a very basic name, and he would just kind of like talk to her a little bit, like, hey, I'm going to bed. Please don't unlock the doors tonight. And then he would go there, and all the doors, I mean, not the doors, the windows tonight, and then all the windows would be unlocked. So Sleepy says, oh, how about, let me go in there because those are faster. How about Freya? Freya. So when you talk about Freya in regards of, well, Freya wouldn't be a water deity. Freya would be a Vanir, right? For Freya is more nature, which would, you know, consider, you could say water and land, right? But I don't know the Freya's connection with water. I'm not sure, honestly. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong with that. I go a little bit with Freya. I've never gotten through a deep dive as far as knowing that she's in water, anything to do with water. Oh my god, my son recognized someone in a picture at my boyfriend's mom's house. Reminded you, this picture is 30 to 35 years old. He said the one person is my son's great-great-grandmother. Holy shit. Wait. Let me read that again. He said the one person is my son's great-great-grandmother. My son's great-great-grandmother has been gone for over 20 years. And we have never talked about her to him before. And he was able to point her out in a picture, right out the bat, and say like, oh, that's my great-great-grandmother. That would be insane. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah. That's a little bit. That's when you get into the reincarnation, right? The reincarnation subject. Never know. There's some people, just some people I feel like are old souls. Like everyone has met somebody that feels young, right? But then you meet people once in a while. Like I lived with my old roommate. I've talked about him before. He was just an old soul. Something about him. Like he was a young guy. He's younger than me. He walks around with a handkerchief in his pocket because that's what he uses to blow his nose. He very proper. He tucks in his shirts all the time. He's always tucking in his shirts no matter what he's wearing. He's been doing that forever. And like everything about him, like he plays classical piano. He's just like, he's very intelligent, very good with patterns, all that kind of stuff. But he's just like, he's an old soul. He's like a 90-year-old man living in, I think he might be 26 now. No, he might be like 29, 28 now. Well, maybe not water specifically. Yeah, when you said Freya, I was thinking water specifically. That's what you're gearing towards. But yeah, I see what you're saying. As far as that, a lot of people that I know when it gets into like paganism and stuff that get really deep into Freya would be more so. I've known a lot of people that do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, being in that realm a little bit as far as fighting, and female Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu people, practitioners of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that happen to be female that are also happen to be pagan. A lot of times they find lots of connection. They find I notice there's a big trend where they start to follow Freya in regards to the warrior aspect of female, all that kind of stuff. Yes, he did. We are all in shock. Yeah. It's one of those, that is crazy. That is crazy. He has a past connections to your family. It could be reincarnation. It could be something like you could talk about. There is like, an actual scientific thing that, obviously it's a theory. It's never been proven. When they talk about I want to say it's genetic memory. And the whole concept of genetic memory is what Assassin's Creed is essentially based from, right? When you go Assassin's Creed, when they're talking about going into your ancestor's body and you're like, you're whatever, Vinci or whatever his name is from the first one, or if you're in the new one, they're going back in through these bloodlines. And essentially that entire concept is from the theory of genetic memory, that your bloodline, your DNA carries memories from past ancestors. Yo, Assassin's Creed. Let's get in Assassin's Creed. We feel like she's around us a lot. Well, that's cool. Maybe she is. I see. We don't really have a goddess of water except for the sea, but not quite. So who would that be? Who would that be? The sea? Like I know, I think I wanted to say Seer, but I may be wrong with that. With SIR, maybe I'm saying that wrong. Seer, I'll put in Seer God. Oh, you know what? Maybe I was wrong, but this is coming up with a rapper. Rapper. One of the dumbest jokes that I always really enjoy is from Ron. Yes, you're right. Why did I say Seer? Yes, you're right. I don't know why I was thinking Seer. I completely messed that up. I know he was a big he was big as in regards to, here, if you guys don't know, this is they kind of tie him in with Poseidon, it looks like a little bit, right? Yeah, they definitely tie him in with Poseidon a lot because obviously he's the equivalent. Going back into your bloodline, yes. Or my favorite PSK game is Parasite Eve. I've actually never heard of Parasite Eve. I will be honest. Not known. Hell, very not known. Hell? Are you talking about Hell, the goddess? The goddess Hell? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, I love that game. When you talk about Paris, is it Parasite? Parasite Eve. So I want to put it into Parasite Eve. So this was Parasite Eve. What did this come out on? What was this? What was this game? It looks cool. It looks new enough that it would still be. I imagine it still holds up. I don't know how old this is. Almost that, kind of like that Japanese almost style in regards to the game. Even this right here. Oh, it's just Final Fantasy. But that sword, I was going to say, it looks like Final Fantasy or Bleach when you got talking about anime type stuff. Amazing PlayStation 1 game. Oh, okay, that's why it looks Japanese. And this is why I've never actually seen it, because I never owned a PlayStation 1. During PlayStation 1 time, I had a Nintendo 64. That was my, the Buster Sword. Yeah, so, and in Bleach, he had a similar sword, right? Bleach, I spelled Bleach wrong because I'm an idiot. In Bleach, he had a similar sword. It was like real small right here, but it also came up to like this. If you see, it's like a giant sickle almost sword. I was a big Bleach fan in the high school days. I watched a lot of Bleach, and I don't think I ever honestly finished it. I got really into it when it was all dubbed, and I was a purist. But then I kind of got tired of reading all the subtitles. What is it? It's one of my favorite games. It looks like a great game. I enjoy those Japanese styled games for sure. I never even got into. I always enjoyed watching them, I should say. Why is it? Oh, you know what? Bleach. If you guys see it, it says Clorox, Clorox, Clorox. I was like, why is there so many pictures of Bleach up here? And I realized that the anime I just looked up was named Bleach. Although the Buster FF7 sword is more like Guts sword. The Guts sword? Oh, Guts sword from Parasite Eve. Well, that makes sense. And I'll let you guys jump into the chat real quick because I want to ask a question. Parasite Eve is fascinating because it's about a waking of mitochondria. About waking of mitochondria. Mitochondria. I feel like it's one of those things that I've read. I have mitochondria. Oh, so talking about the same thing. I was like, when I was thinking of mitochondria, I looked it up because I was like, mitochondria, it sounds like something that I should know and I don't. You guys want to see something crazy? It's the powerhouse of cell. Yeah. If you guys want to see something crazy, look at this. On the same line, zombie. If you guys ever looked this up before, it's the zombie fungus. I was looking it up earlier today. Have you guys ever heard of this before? A zombie fungus? It is actually one of the big things as far as, was just going to say that. Yeah. Mitochondria is fascinating. So I need to go back into mitochondria and figure that out because it's like one of those things that you know what? I'll just ask my wife. She's a nurse. She'll tell me. She'll just tell me. So nope. You guys never seen this? So if you guys look up zombie fungus, or essentially if you guys see right here, look right here. You see how there's like a little stick coming out of this ant right here? Or if you see this ant right here, and there's like a stick that comes out, and there's like a little bomb right there. I have heard of it. Mitochondria is what gave us the higher level of organisms our power. That's what... Okay, now I'm definitely going to dive deep into mitochondria then. I definitely am going to dive deep in that because that is fascinating, and that seems like it's going to be a nice rabbit hole it'll suck me in for at least 4 hours of research. I'll jump into some scholarly resources and some YouTube videos and some Google on that. So mitochondria. Mitochondria. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget it. This is what I hate about medical terms. There's so much Latin put into them, medical terms, that it's annoying. adenosine, trip of what are tryphosate. God, I feel like an idiot. That's how we get our power. Okay, that's how we are how we are functioning. That's how we get our power. So that's what we. Now, I'm definitely going to have to look that up. So let me talk about this. I was going in forcing apt through protein traps. ATP apt through protein traps. Damn, it's pretty. It is awesome. Dark Gray Moon is a. He's not only a finance. He has a finance background. Now he has a medical background as far as the biological state of the intricate cells and at a microorganism level within our bodies. It's pretty fascinating. I always enjoy that stuff. Like I got really big into gut flora and healthy bacterias and all that kind of stuff. And those things will be rabbit holes that I'll go down for the end of time. But thank you for bringing that up. I'm definitely going to jump into that hardcore. I want to talk about this zombie ant because I thought this was crazy. So essentially this fungus, it's called the zombie fungus. I started with microbiology for some reason, and then you went to finance. What a change there. Why? So the zombie fungus, guys. The zombie fungus is this actually before I even say what it is, and this might tie it together for you guys as I am explaining it, but this was the inspiration for The Last of Us. If you guys ever watched anyone play Last of Us, if you guys played Last of Us yourself on PlayStation, this fungus was actually the inspiration of it. And what it is essentially is the fungus goes out into spores. It gets trapped. It goes into essentially an ant, right? The ant will get this fungus, which then will grow up into the ant's brain, and it takes control over the ant's body, and it forces the ant to climb up a leaf that is usually over a trail where other ants are actually traveling on, and then that ant will die. It will kind of like freeze the ant's extremities where the ant can't leave. And the ant will hold on to, like, if you see this ant right here is holding on to the middle of a leaf. You see here this little ant holding on to a little stick right here. And what will happen is the ant will hold on to this and will pretty much die there. And the fungus will grow out like this stick right here and eventually will make this little ball. And mind you, it's over an ant trail. So then that little ball will end up releasing spores, which will fall down on other ants. And then other ants will end up doing the same thing where the fungus will grow inside them. It will control their minds. It'll put them over a pathway over ants. And then it just keeps on doing that. And that's how it reproduces. But it's just so crazy that the fungus is essentially taking over the mind of the ant and controlling it. It's funny that I was planning on only talking for 30 minutes tonight, and I feel like this has gotten out. So asthma, chemistry, environment. So you have asthma. I started with microbiology for some reason. Cordyceps. Why do I know that name too? See, this is when it comes to medical terms, I'm an idiot. I'm not a very medical person, medical person. I'm not a very, medical savvy person. I have my wife for that. Peak performance, shrooms. Oh. Are you talking about the spores? Is that what you're talking about? Well, cordyceps. Let me look it up. Cordyceps, all backed by science. Cordyceps are a genus of parasitic fungi that grow in larvae or insects. Okay, I see what you're saying. Cordyceps. And when the fungi attack their host, they replace the tissue. Larva, yeah. When the fungi attacks the host, they replace the tissue and sprout long, slender stems that grow outside of the body of the host. So the benefits, all backed by science, that goes into the benefits of this, right? That's the fungus. I see what you're saying. Yeah, the cordyceps. It gets deep. So I do want to ask you guys, we did finish Mass Effect 1 last night. And I do want to ask, what would you guys want me to do tonight? Do you guys want me to jump into a different game? Do you guys want me to jump into Mass Effect? Do you guys want me to jump into some new Lucky Tales? I know you guys enjoyed that last time. Let me pull this up real quick so you can see. Do you guys want me to jump into some Fable? And we can go evil again in Fable 1, 2, or 3. Stardew Valley is always a good one. We started a Stardew Valley, but if you guys want, I can go into my old Stardew Valley so you guys can actually see what I have created in there. I love Mass Effect, not gonna lie. Mass Effect is great. I was thinking about starting 2 tonight. Whatever your heart desires. But I was gonna let you guys decide too. We got Portal, we got Golf. Or I was actually even thinking if you guys wanted to play me in chess, we can play chess online. Like we did with Double Cross the other week. I played chess with Double Cross and did pretty well. Did pretty well indeed. So what do you guys think? Mass Effect 2? Is that what the consensus is? I was thinking about chess too, but only if you guys want to play. I don't want to play by myself. It would be more so me trying to beat you guys. But it looks like Mass Effect it is. So let me do a couple little changes over here. I want to change my just chatting to Mass Effect. GG! Here we go. Well, thank you so much. If you guys notice, I changed the GG from Diva to the obnoxious GG yell, just because I think it's a little bit more fun. You know, I'm a huge proponent. I'm a huge fan of Overwatch and everything that has to do with Overwatch. However, I do like the yelling GG. I don't know why. I just enjoy it. So. Ole! And you know what? I forgot my lemon. You guys see that? What type of person am I? I have my tea, I got my vodka inside of it. And you know what? I already said before, the guy that gave me this mezcal, he named himself after this tequila, that smoky tequila, he is no longer working with me. So since I have this right here, and I gotta leave early in the morning, I'll take a little shot. Ah.
Stand there like a lemon.
There we go. We're ready to go. A nice smoky tequila. It's actually delicious. I'll take another little swig of it. Woo. I think, you know what? That was the last part of it. I think it's out. Well, thank you. An Islay. It is not an Islay, but it is a smoky tequila. It's right here. I think it's smoked with agave. Agave tastes like shit. No, I'm joking. It's just, there's a person I know that was what he said. He said agave tastes like shit, but the way he said it made me laugh so hard that now anytime I think of agave, I think of him saying that. I love it. Oh no. We need the tequila song. You know what? I forgot it. I took out the tequila song. I'm sorry about that. And I won't just stand here for like a lemon, I promise you. I mean, of course. We need tequila song. They are wrong. No, yeah, of course they're wrong. The way he said agave tastes like I don't know. Every time I hear the word agave, I always think of that. Shit. Am I an idiot or what? Let me see what happens. Maybe I'll just throw it up to a big screen. I want to see how fast this is installing real quick. And you know what, guys? You know what? I will do a quick break real quick. And yeah, smoky tequila can't go wrong. I will say I'm not always a fan of regular tequila. Sometimes I like a golden tequila usually, where this is like a silver. I don't know the correct term, but like a golden tequila. I enjoy that a little bit more, which is the same thing with rum. Like I like rum, but I like a golden rum or a spiced rum. I'm not a big fan of like a silver rum, like a clear rum. Not a big fan of it. It's burnt for a reason. What's burnt for? Oh, for the smoky. I can't go wrong. So it's burnt for a reason. So they smoke up the agave. They burn that up, and that's what they smoke it. The Islay Islands, the scotches you were referencing before, they use peat, as you probably already know. But you know what, guys? It looks like I messed up. It looks like Mass Effect 2 needs to install, and I did not install it. I did not install it, and I didn't think of it, honestly. And now I feel like a huge failure. So we're gonna have to go back home. It's a slow install. It's a very, very slow install. How many slots can you have in blurb sounds? I don't know. I don't know, Drift, I promise you, because I've had blurb for a while. I put on a bunch of sounds. I've actually taken off sounds and put them back in and that kind of stuff. You can check them on and off. And I will. Yeah, Mass Effect needs to install because I'm an idiot and I didn't install it right away. When it comes to the blurb, though, I've just kept on adding stuff to it, and I've never reached a threshold where I have to start deleting things. So that once I hit that, then I'll let you know. I think it might be 50 though. Which, why would you have 50 channel points? I think I have more channel points than any person, like any other streamer I know. Maybe not. I have a decent amount. Never mind. Now I'm looking at it, but you know what? I think I do. I think I do have more channel points than most people. Here we go. Don't say that. Well, thank you, Drift. Ba-da-da-da-doom-doom-doom. What should we call it? So, I'll call myself an idiot because it's better than the R word, right? Because that's what I grew up saying, and when I got a little older and the R word, I don't want to say it, became more of a taboo word, especially, I'm not going to say it on a stream, right? But when that became more of a taboo word, I started going with idiot. I am victorious. Does anyone here play the drums? I was halfway decent when I was a teenager, but I'm still okay. I don't know. I could probably pick it up and do it. Usually, I preference the I'm an idiot by that I got a Magnum cum latte in college, but I don't think everyone enjoys me saying that. I like it. I think it's funny. But yeah, I'm not sure if everyone else enjoys it. Man, you know what, guys? I got some talking points for tomorrow that I think are going to be fun as well. And now that we're talking tonight, then I'm afraid that this might be better. Because Saturday is the big talking one that I'm trying to... If you guys don't know, I said it before, but Saturday, I think I'm just going to do a just chatting for Saturday, because Saturdays almost turn into just chattings, anyways, without me even trying. So I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and do Saturdays just chatting. And I have one talking point that I'm excited about. But now that we were talking about everything tonight, I think this was probably better. I don't know. Tomorrow is going to be more funny, though, I would say. Funny, the one talking point I have. I do think it's funny. My brother did in a band for the last 2 years. Oh, that's pretty cool. Do you play... So, Drift, do you play any instruments? I know Drift is involved in his church and stuff. I might stream on Saturday as well. So, yeah, that's cool. if you're in after the fact, I might throw you a raid, or if you're in before, then throw me a raid, man. Throw me a raid. I stream always at the same time. I stream Mountain Time 9:30, so your time probably 11:30, and Sweden time for Dark Gray Moon. I'm not sure. So yeah, do you play any instruments there, Drift? There, bud. There, buddy. Do you play any instruments, bud? That's my Canuck accent for the night. I love the Canadian accent. I play a portable organ. I've never heard of a portable organ. I know what an organ with the two sets of. Oh shit! Good thing my drink is. Did you guys see that? Did you just see what I just did? So I just dropped this glass right here. I dropped this glass, and good thing my drink's almost empty. And my glass decided to zoom in on my face and put out some math equations for you guys. Look at that. Thank you, glass. Glass is like, you have a fat head, and you need to start thinking more often. But, so, you know what? I didn't ask this before, but Drift, Dark, Taco. I already asked Sleepy. Drift, Dark, Taco, how was your day today? How was your day today? What did you guys do this? It is Friday. We're about to go into the weekend. We talked about Freya. Today is Freya's day. Obviously, it was named after Freya, so some people will say Freya's day or Freya's day too, but we don't know. X plus Y divided by 2. Was that one of them? I'm looking for an X plus Y divided by 2, but I'm not sure. My day was pretty cool, Taco. Taco, if you guys didn't already see, Taco has some great artwork inside of the Discord. I thought that was pretty neat. And I don't understand. I said this before in this, like an hour ago at this point. But I said this before. I don't understand why she was putting herself down, because it's very, very impressive. Like, I could not do that. My art is very, very basic. I used to be big into drawing and stuff, but now I do stuff with like a Dremel and carving into wood, that kind of stuff. But it's nothing to write home about. Nothing to write home about. So you know what, guys? I'm gonna get another drink. You guys tell me what game you want me to see inside of the chat. If you guys want Stardew Valley, if you guys want Tales, we did that before, Super Tales. If you guys want anything that is in my games or apps, we got, if you guys want me to jump into one of the other Fables where I already beat and just start, going evil on it. If you guys want me to jump into this Ori or Among Us, or, we have Stardew Valley in both, right? My parents was like, for real? My day was alright, but it got better when I got that notification. Well, that will definitely make your day. I understand. Yeah, your parents didn't believe it? That's awesome. Do Super Tales. It is a cute game. I do like Super Tales. Yeah. My parents, when I told them, they didn't care. They're like, oh, is that going to take up all your time? What about work, your family? And I'm going, I'm like, it's not. I want to try to just do it a couple hours. Can we see your list? All right. So we got one vote for Tales. We got Among Us. We got Pac-Man, if you guys want me to play some Pac-Man. I've never actually played Dodgeball Academy before. Never played Donut County. I never played Evil Genius 2. Never played... Oh, you know what? I could jump into some FIFA. You guys can see how rusty I am in that game. We got some For Honor right here. I always enjoy that. I've never actually played Gears 5. Golf with Friends. We got Halo Infinite. It Takes Two, which I can't really play right now. Greatest Hits, which I've never actually played. Minecraft, Rocket League, Overwatch, World of Warships, Unravel 2, Stardew Valley, and we got New Super Lucky, and then Like a Dragon down here, the Yakuza. I'm actually going to just keep it right here. I want to keep it right here so you guys can look at everything. And I am going to... we got 2 for tails. That might win. And I want to go take a quick break. Just to go refill my drink real quick. And I'll show you guys what I made for the wife's birthday that's coming up. It's June 3rd, by the way. Don't let me forget. Hold on one second. Let me mute this.
For the lurk. Thanks for the lurk. Thanks for the lurk. Thanks for the lurk. For the lurk. Thanks for the lurk. Thanks for the lurk. Thanks for the lurk.
Yo, can everyone hear me? Make sure real quick. I want to stand up for a second and stretch. I suggest everyone else stretch real quick before we jump into this. Hold on one second.
I'm waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and I sweat my wrist. I'm breathing in the chemicals. I'm breaking in, shaping up, then checking out on the prison bus. This is the apocalypse.
Well, it looks like we got 2. What is that? Oh no, we're doing a little bit of a stretch. Just doing a little bit of a stretch there, Dark Ray. So what do we got? Tails. It looks like we got Tails. Tails, people really like the Tails. This is a good song. You're right. I want to actually You guys see my mouse right here? You guys see people make fun of this mouse, but I love it. Turn it up in my head a little bit. So we talked about the radioactive today with the zombie. This is where I left off last time. I don't even remember. Where do we go? Where do we go? I'm trying to remember the controls. I remember there was something about digging. Oh, right there. Ooh. Here we go. Let's let it. I'll let it run. Going to the veggie village. Oh, you know what, guys? I just realized I have Mass Effect right here, and we're playing Tails. Tails. Was it Super Tails? What is the name of this game? Oh, New Super Tails. Oh, I messed it up. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to find this real quick. It's not pulling up. Oh, here it is. Oh, Super Lucky Tails. So that we just changed it over. We got Super Lucky Tails. Let me make sure that that is good to go. Let me see. Sorry about this. Oh, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. All right, so we're good to go. And switching back over. Boom. Ba 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 ba. If you guys don't know, if you guys haven't already seen Ray already, listen to me right now.
Hey, listen.
Listen, we got Dark Gray Moon. Dark Gray Moon just gifted another sub, so we want to celebrate Dark Gray Moon for some from some music that's not part of his land. Here we go. And you know what? I just realized my face is still zoomed in. And that's what I was trying to do. Dark Gray Moon? I should say Dark Gray Moon? What is up? Thank you so much, man. Definitely appreciate it. For the oldie. The oldie. Come on, who's old? You? No, you're not old either. Well, you're in your 40s. That's not too bad. I think right when I get my 60s that I'm like, time to accept death. It's coming. It's coming. What can I do, right? Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, 100%. We'll give Dark Gray one more. I think Dark Gray Moon is a fan of The Office, obviously. Well, his wife is, I know that. Heck, 40. That's pretty bad. I thought you were in your 40s. Always saying that 40 is pretty bad. It's not that bad. I don't know. I'm 32. It's one of those, I'm at that age where in the military, I got 10 more years if I want to retire out of the military. And when I do my PT tests and all my physical training and that kind of stuff, there is a part of me that asks myself, am I going to be able to do this in 10 years from now? Because it's already starting to get tough right when I turn 30. In comparison that when I was in my 20s, I was like, oh shit, I have a PT test coming up. We have to do 1.5 miles. We have to do push-ups. If you guys don't know, I have to do like, I think now, and when I was in my 20s, I had to do 62 push-ups in a minute. 58 sit-ups in a minute. and I had to run a mile and a half in under like, I usually ran it under 12 minutes. But I would be able to do that. Like, there was times where I was like, oh shit, I have a PT test tomorrow or in a couple days. Let me do a quick like mock or like, you know, a training for it. And I would go out, like I would remember after going out drinking, had a couple beers, have like a burger, fries, and then I would go home, remember, and I'd be like, oh shit, let me go out and go see if I can do it. So I'd do my push-ups and set a timer and be like, alright, I'm good. Do sit-ups, set a timer, like, cool, I'm good. And then I would go run, and I'd be fine. And now if I did that at 30, I would be throwing up all over the place. If I had to do that, I'd be dead. That's how I feel like now. Now I guess the push-ups and the sit-ups for me are just not that hard. The sit-ups a little bit more now because I hurt my back. But when it comes to the run, I have to train for that for a month. Like, I go out and run over and over and over again for an entire month to try to keep myself within time. And I do not run the 11-minute mile and a half like I used to. My mile and a half now is around 14 and change, you know? I think last one was like 14:45 or something like that. So let's see. So we just jumped in. We are with Tess. So thank you again, Dark Gray Moon. And we are with, it looks like, Tess, you are really a persistent pest. I'll admit, your ability to define my prediction models is surprising, but you've been the wrench in all my works long enough. Allow me to introduce you to my latest invention. Petunia. Together we'll wipe the endless smirk off your face and take every page you've collected so far. Prepare yourself. You apparition of annoyance. Good talk. English. A mile? What is that? A mile? You don't know what a mile is there, Dark Gray Moon? Let me, sorry guys, I want to jump into this real quick because I want to see what Dark Gray Moon just dropped in here. I'm curious. Oh. You've sent this before, actually, Dark Gray Moon. I don't know if you guys remember this. I don't even know if you can hear it right now. I don't think I have it set up that way, but maybe. Here. That's it. I don't know if you guys can actually hear it. You can let me know if you heard that or not. But we'll go back over to game. But not a metric. It's called alcohol. Oh, in metric. So 1 mile. So let's say if I say 1.5 miles in kilometers. 1.5 miles. So essentially it's running 2.41 kilometers. So yeah, I used to be able to run 2.41 kilometers in about 11 minutes. Now it's usually about 14 and some change. Oh, nothing bad, but the metric. It's called alcohol. Wait, in a metric. And no, how many is that in alcohol? Isn't it like 1.6? No, it is 1.4. 1.41. I just googled it. That's how I know. So we're gonna resume. I want to see, what am I supposed to do? Very confused. There's switches over here. Uh-oh. I don't know what I'm... How do I get over here, though? I think that was what I was supposed to do. There we go. Oh, no, it's okay. I always enjoy that one. The Cinco de Mayo thing. Oh, crap. I almost died. There we go. Oh, I got... Oh, you know what? I was gonna say, I have full... I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. There's a lot of switches going on. We're flipping the switches. Oh, no. I was looking for it. Don't worry, you don't have to feel bad, man. Not at all. We're just all enjoying each other's time right now. Oh my gosh. 14. At least we have a good amount. Maybe I need to pay attention. Pay attention, Zebra. What's wrong? He makes that same move every single time, and it comes to me as a surprise for some reason. I don't know why. There we go. So we knocked that out. That's pretty easy. Boom. Alright, so now the bees are gonna come. Where's the bees? There's the bees. Boom, boom. They're done. There we go. We hit those. And now we're gonna do this. Go over here, knock these little switches. There we go. Come on, let's bring down, what did she call it? I don't remember. It was something, it was like a name of flower or something. Petunia. That was the name of the machine. Oh, right in the middle. Okay. So we didn't get hurt that time, so that's nice. Let's run, jump, there we go. I always enjoy this game. I know you guys do too. It's cute. My daughter started it. The Sheriff Wilford. You did it, kid. You did good, kid. Our sleepy little village could use some more friends like you. You know, Tess might be madder than the nest of hornets in the well-oiled paint shaker. My lordy. But her idea of innovating things up a bit round here ain't all bad. I should talk in the accent that he's actually talking in. What with the portals to the other worlds reopening and all, might be time we updated the village a smidge, which means a little, for anyone that doesn't know. By the by, well, I don't know what that means. By the by, or maybe by the way, have you met my new deputy, Jolene? If you guys ever heard of the song Jolene, it's a great song. I figured I could use a new partner, seeing as you'll be moving on soon on the account of this here clover page I got for you. Thanks again, and you come back anytime you're here, which means which means makes me think of Earthworm Jim. Yes, that is true. Let's go, Lucky Tails. And I think Lucky Tails, I think there has to be a correlation between Sonic. Like, how do they use the name Tails? It doesn't, she doesn't fly though. I love this like Napoleon cat right here. And then it's like big dumb cat. Lieutenant Fluff. I don't know what it said. Lieutenant Fluffy. I'll say that. Pursuit in the Meowtropolis accords regulation regarding the page of ownership. I, General Buttons, do formally declare a war upon the restful retreat, claiming all pages found within these lands. And you, Fox, are a neutral diplomat on the Yeti's behalf, sent to offer an unconditional surrender. No? Then prepare for war. Lieutenant Fluffenstuff, I will show you no quarter. Enjoy your freedoms while they last. Good day to you, sir. Hey, Lucky, be careful. This is a Dropkick Canyon. Home of most savage creatures in the universe. The Wrestling Yetis. At least it used to be. These days, they call them the Restful Retreat. The Yetis left behind their violent ways to pursuit of peace. Too bad we can't get General Buttons and Lieutenant's Fluff and stuff to do the same. I'm the champ, 6-time Yeti Wrestling League champion and Restful Retreat Spirit Guide. It's true we used to be a world of warriors, but all the anger was getting to be unhealthy. We've given up fighting for something that will make us even stronger. Peace of mind. That might be true. Jolene Miley Cyrus cover is actually very... You know what? You're right. I have actually listened to that, and it's amazing. I'm here to help the guide our guests as they take their first step towards finding themselves. You want to partake in peace? You gotta earn it. Are you ready to get it, brother? Do I have to do anything with this guy? Usually we greet all of our guests like you with a welcoming gift. Our last patent and self-care kit was given to the giant cat and his aggressive little tag team partner. They were adorable. Alright, let's go right into here. I think it's the first one that we have to probably jump into. Have I told you how happy? Wow, you don't really... Alright, so ladder match of the mind. So I think I just wait. I was trying to see. Dark Gray Moon! Dark Gray Moon! Dark! Oh, what am I doing? Dark Gray! Dark Gray! Dark Gray! Dark Gray Moon! Well, thank you so much, Dark Gray Moon. We gotta throw him something else over here. Dark Gray Moon is a glorious man. Thank you so much. Glorious! No, I won't give in. I won't give in till I'm victorious. And I will defend. I will defend. There we go. Dark Gray Moon is bringing out the mathematics. He has been supporting us from the maybe not the beginning, from the last couple months now. Dark Gray Moon came from Harm, if you guys don't know, and Harm is a great guy himself. I always enjoy Harm. I always enjoy Dark Gray Moon. Harm has been a godsend in a sense, right? In the lack of a better term. I really enjoy Harm. I really enjoy Harm. He's great. He like you guys already know, Harm raided me just because I was playing Fable one time. We didn't know each other.
Jiggle, jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle, wiggle, for sure. And make you wanna dribble, dribble.
You know, riding my feet.
You really
have to see it. 6'2" in a compact, where the seats roll back or something like that, right? But yeah, Harm is great. I enjoy Harm a lot. I actually do watch Harm during the weekdays a lot because I haven't been streaming during the weekdays as much. Uh-oh. So I usually, on some of the nights when I'm working on stream stuff, like I'm working on YouTube videos, I'm working on like little things here and there, working on all this, like doing these things, the boom boom. I worked on that this past week, or this. I worked on those this past week, and doing all that stuff, a lot of times while I'm doing that, I'm, a lot of times I'm watching Harm. Or I'll watch, actually, Drift at times, too, with those. Once in a while, Manaska. I gotta show Manaska love. He's obviously a good friend of mine in real life. What is going on? Maybe over here? I got all the way up here. Oh, you know what? I think that was it. But it is 7:45 a.m., so normally I can't even tune in. But the weekend, who cares? I haven't joined him too either. Yeah, I think you've said before that. Ooh. One of the things that Harm said before that I thought was pretty funny is that, not Harm, so Dark Gray Moon, sorry. One of the things that Dark Gray Moon said that I thought was funny is that he said that during the weekdays he's like living in Sweden time, and then during the weekends he's living within like within American time. I found that to be pretty funny. So it looks like we missed the U somewhere. I don't know where it could be though. It's not a huge deal. I'm gonna pick up all these. And it looks like we might have to do this. Uh-oh. Well, that was an accident. Boom. So bring it up here. It looks like a ladder. Yes. Pick up all these. Little soft padding right there. There we go. We got the checkpoint, so that's always nice. You got this, hero. Thank you so much, Drift. And I had some trouble sleeping. I had some trouble sleeping already, but the weekends get US time. Yeah. Uh-oh. So we almost got the entire Lucky, which makes me wish I would have gotten it. Oh, I see what's going on. Ah, can't go into that. I thought I could go into the wall, into the ground. There we go. Are we here? What, me? I'm just up here looking for bliss. Who? Oh, look at this. Here it is. Here, my friend. Maybe this paper we found will help you on your path. There we go. I almost got lucky. But it's okay. We'll be alright. And that brings it down by 7, huh? Well, thank you. Hoo-hoo. I'm a work in progress, little brother. I'll tell you when I find out. Aren't we all just works in progress? Got some new costumes for you. Come by and see what's in stock. Let's see what they got. Yo, Lucky, sometimes you just need to change and clear your mind, but how about start with a new look? We'll make him a Zenful. There we go. We'll blend in with everybody else. That's so cool. What is what's so cool? Are you talking about what's called Dark Gray Moon? What's this? What's over here? Union is busting my chops over this paperwork, payroll, insurance forms, copyrights. For some reason, between you and me, it's a bit of a challenge. What? You like challenges? Well, I got a doozy for you, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I'm guessing I gotta put these guys on that. Maybe that, maybe? Let me try to start over real quick. I want to try to start that over. I've had a doozy of a day. So why have you had a doozy of a day there, Dark? What's going on? Work? Is it work, I imagine? Oops, wrong way. I want to try this. Let me see. Let me see, let me see. Heyo! Harm! Ollie Oxen, Ollie Harm-free. Harm-free, what is up, man? How are you doing today? What is it? I was actually just talking about you not too long ago, so your ears must have been ringing. What is it? So true, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. No, just a movie reference. Ew, it's a horror light, but don't watch the trailer. The trailer, is it scary or is it just not good? Harm, hi Moon, yo. Here we go. So Harm, we were actually going to play some Mass Effect 2, but I realized that I don't have Mass Effect 2 right now, so I had to download it real quick. I thought I had it. I thought I did, but apparently I do not. Huh. Can I do this? Oops. Huh. You know what? I thought I could have done it that way, but it looks like I can't do it that way. I saw it updating something. I saw it was updating or something. Hey, you gotta install them individually in the game. Yes, yes, I didn't realize that. It was pretty dumb of me. Yeah, I didn't realize that at all. Here we go. Let me see if I do this, maybe? And then this, and then that, and then this. Ooh. Did I just figure it out? I didn't. Try this, maybe? This is getting so annoying. Alright, you know what? I give up right now. It's so frustrating. It's so cool if you're like done with the saves and space of install. Nah, it's a weird system. Sorry. So how goes Super Lucky's Tale? Super Lucky's Tale is it's like a cute game. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. So when I wasn't able to get into Mass Effect, we put it up for a vote as far as what everyone wants to watch, and everyone picked Super Lucky Tale. Because it's a very cutesy type game. I have to go, guys. Stay safe. Until next time. So we got Drift leaving. You guys, Drift is not gonna be here. So Drift will send you off. Thank you for being here, Drift. Thank you for being a part of everything. Drift is what you call it? You know, good luck with everything. And have a good night. Absolutely. And here we go, Drift. We'll send you off with a little bit of this. Send Drift off right. There we go. Vitamin A and Vitamin C is what Melon Madness is running wild. Oh, yeehaw! Alright, let's see. Let's go look over here real quick. Oh, I could just do this. What do we got? Let's do that and see what happens. I don't want to do that yet. Is there anything I can do right there? Oh, there's a U right there. Let's go get that U. Maybe we'll get the whole lucky this time. I keep on trying, it just doesn't work out for me. We got the checkpoint. Yeah, you have a good night, Drift. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a part of it. What are we gonna do? Oh, shit. There we go. Do that. Got a diamond. Shine bright. Uh-oh. So that wasn't good. This kind of reminds me of Sackboy on PlayStation. I don't know if you guys ever played that before. It's a fun game, for sure. Uh-oh. Well, at least it didn't hurt me. No, 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 no. Oh, I'm an idiot. There we go. I think I already got those coins, so I think we should be good. I thought, okay, that works. There we go. No! Run, 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 run. Oh, we didn't get lucky again. But we got our little thing. So we're good. We're good to go. Man, I'm pretty sure we got the coins. What do we got for coins? We definitely got the coins. We got the hidden page. We did not get the Sea and Lucky, which I have no clue where that was located. Ah, man. Well, that's a bit frustrating, but it is okay. It is okay. So Harm, you were streaming earlier, man. How was your stream? How did it go? What were you playing tonight? Because I know you finished Shattered Dimensions, right? So what did you end up playing tonight? When you're done with a Wrestle Retreat, your soul will be swole. Let's see what this is. It's probably another little puzzle. Oh, I hate these. I know, we'll help you out. We'll try. Do one of these, maybe? And... boom. Let's try to put... I'll try to put this right here, maybe. Oh, I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Yeah, this isn't gonna work at all, right? Here we go. Oh, I'll put this right here. I feel like I need that guy, though. I do. So, oh my bad, I went downstairs to go check on the pizza. Ooh, nice. My stream was good. Didn't get too much done in terms of the story, but the branch of side quests and talked about music again. What music are you talking about? Let me guess. Are you talking about when it comes to Harm? Harm enjoys the sweeter things in life, and by sweeter things I mean emo music. Spicy chicken barbecue. Oh, that sounds amazing. That sounds really good. I had pizza yesterday. Actually. And I paid for it for sure. Pizza does not fit well with the system nowadays. You think you have what it takes to embrace life and become a value member of society? You think you're ready? Do you think you're ready? Well, first you gotta crawl, then you gotta walk, and then you gotta run. For your life. Wait, what? Not this time. My dad was getting rid of a bunch of albums, and I scooped up the Talking Heads. Ooh, that's a good album. That's old, too. Do you have any other, do you like The Cure there, Harm? I just imagine you're a guy that likes The Cure. Yes, I love The Cure. I assume that might be the case. We were talking about music recently. We were talking about what's that called? The Killers earlier. I talked about how I was a big Killers fan back in the day, and I still am. I still enjoy the Killers. Trying to... we definitely didn't get the lucky, that's for sure. And it's making me run it. Let's see what happened. The Killers are good. I was really fond of them when in middle school. Yeah, I was really big in the Cure. The Killers when I was in high school. But obviously I'm a little older. Fall Out Boy. One of the few bands I listen to outside of Fall Out Boy obsession. Yes, Harm was talking about Fall Out Boy before, actually. Fall Out Boy is, I feel like, obviously they're mainstream and a lot of people hate on them, but Fall Out Boy's not bad. They are good. Pete Wentz obviously was a lot of people's favorite, but what is the Patrick? The lead singer is Patrick something. What's his name? Yeah, I don't remember the lead singer's name. It's Patrick Wentz or Patrick something. Patrick Stump. Yeah, Patrick's really good. He ended up going off and doing his own thing for a little bit. I always enjoyed Fall Out Boy when they were a thing. And I enjoyed Blink-182, obviously. They're always good. I think I talked to you about it. Harm, he's got some really good range. Yeah, for sure. No, he's really, really good. Oh, look at that. There's a little there we go. There we go. Yeah, Dark Ray is feeling old when you said Killers in middle school, I think. I do like the older stuff too, but I like some of the new stuff. Okay. Blink-182 is always, yeah, Blink-182 is good too, but yeah, I think they're always great. Ha. Older stuff. What you call it? And Harm, have you listened to any do you like Modest Mouse? That's my big thing. The peaceful place is where we come to reflect on the day's trials. Find your inner quiet within, little brother. I am so tranquil right now. Yeah, do you like Modest Mouse? Ooh, you can't touch those. Oh, I made the same mistake twice. I liked Float On. Yeah, that's one of their big songs. They have a lot of good songs. I think you would enjoy a lot of Modest Mouse if you gave them a chance. They're my favorite band of all time. Come on, come on. I did find out, Taco, if you're still in here. Taco is a Killers fan as well. Because Taco did made a Killers reference when I was talking about humanity type stuff, and said, "Are we are we dancers?" And I was like, "Are you a Killers fan?" I thought that was pretty cool. We definitely needed that heart, so that worked. Bon Jovi a little bit. Wow, a little bit of Bon Jovi. That's always fun. I love Bon Jovi. What about you guys? That was my big joke on when I shaved my head. So if you guys don't, obviously I have a shaved head. But my big little, not big little joke. My little joke for Bon Jovi was his song "Hold On to What You Got." I had hair, but at the same time it was coming thin, and I didn't want to be one of those guys that are. Everyone's seen those guys that their hair is getting a little too thin, and they keep on holding on. So that's what I always would say. Just like, I don't want to be one of those guys that are just trying to hold on to what I got. Bon Jovi, 90s bitch. LOL. I love every song by Bon Jovi. He even has one in Spanish. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even actually know that. But Bon Jovi is great. Here we go. Oh, that was dumb. This guy's throwing bombs at me? Maybe that helps. Alright, so I need to do something to get over there. Do you, so I know we talked about, Harm, we talked a little bit about, what's that called? The Front Bottoms. Do you actually listen to the Front Bottoms at all? I really love the Front Bottoms. I was actually listening to them a lot today. It's called Como yo Nari Te Amando. It's really great. And if you guys don't know, hold on, let me do something real quick. So if you guys don't know, Bon Jovi, as far as that song goes, that stands for Nobody Has Loved You Like I Have Loved You. Have you listened to Mom Jeans? I have not. Are they good? They compare. They're compared to the Front Bottoms in a lot of emo groups. So now I want to listen to the to Mom Jeans because I love the Front Bottoms. Let's run it. Come over here. Ah! There we go. Never ever. Yeah, if you guys like what's it called, Fall Out Boy and all that kind of stuff, the Front Bottoms is really great. It's funny that Harm says that though, because the only other person I know that got into a huge Fall Out Boy scene for a while was my brother. My brother was so big into Fall Out Boy. And at the time I listened to a lot of rap music and hip-hop and that kind of stuff. My brother was like, that's dumb. And he was so big into Fall Out Boy. These Yetis have an odd sense of humor. This peaceful place is not as advertised. Obviously, this elaborate trap meant to break our morale. We shall not fall victim to their dishonorable tactics. Fall back, Lieutenant Fluff and Stuff. Fall back and regroup. Okay. There we go. Perfect. What's going to go on now? Fob's first... Oh, Fall Out Boy's first 4 to 5 albums are really good. Yeah, Fall Out Boy is one of those ones that did not really miss for a long time. Even like the Front Bottoms have a new album out, or new songs out right now, and they're not as good as like their first few albums were really, I loved them so much. You're talking to the next level, brother. Yo, you're taking it to the next level, brother. If you were any more zen, you'd be transcend. You would transcend this plane of existence. Well, that's deep. This tiny paper, take this tiny paper and reflect. I don't know exactly what I'm doing that's zenful. Of Crash Bandicoot or something. Yeah, it is along the lines of that. And if you ever played Sackboy before, it reminds me of that too, Sackboy, on the PlayStation. Here we go. Ooh. So we got one. I know where I can get that one real quick. The one I'm gonna go over here real quick. I think it's not crawl walk, because I didn't get one of the requirements over here. Where is it? Crawl, run, walk. I think it's this one. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Yes, it is this one. Alright. I should have hit that. Let me... The hidden place. Let me get over here real quick. Oh, there we go. So we got it now. Have you ever played... so we got... The biggest... What's the biggest concert everyone has gone to? I've been to a festival. Festival. A couple festivals. What is up, Fiasco? What is up, man? How are you doing tonight? So, biggest Fall Out Boy, Weezer, and Green Day. Oh, that's pretty cool. If you ever played Bussy, then you, Bubsy, then you're old. Thank you, Dark. And, best American football or both of the Owen shows I went to. Owen is Mike Kinsley. I've never heard of Owen. Such an intimate experience at his shows. How you been, dude? I am doing well. I didn't go to work today, but I felt like that it was just as difficult. I jumped in. I want to go back to the video because I think we might be calling it a night here in a second. If you guys don't know, the door is now open, and we'll jump in there next time. But yeah, I didn't work today, but at the same time, I got up and went straight into working on some yard work. We got a little garden going, and then we went into... Oh, this is New Lucky Tales or something like that. It's a fun game. It's on Game Pass, by the way, if you want to play it. And as far as... And then, then I cleaned out the garage, did all that kind of stuff. It's kind of like a Warped Tour. Yeah, that's what it sounds like, Harm. It sounds like a Warped Tour. Working on them yards. Yes, working on the yards, working on the garden, and then cleaning out the garage. Mow the lawn? I thought you said watch TV. I wish I was watching TV. We've been watching a lot of Malcolm in the Middle again, rewatching all those episodes. Me and the wife, and the kiddo. The kiddo loves Malcolm in the Middle's theme song. He loves it, so that's always fun to see. He dances and he claps his hands when he hears it. Yeah, a little more hardcore bands, a bunch of two-wave emo bands were performing there. That's pretty cool. I would say the biggest festival that I went to was called, if you guys ever heard of Ultrafest down in Miami. I went to that, and then I went to EDC a couple years in a row. EDC is Electronic Daisy Carnival, and then Ultrafest is in Miami, but it's all like techno music. So I was really big into that in my early 20s, and I still enjoy listening to some old school techno. I like a lot of big, I used to be big into Tiesto a lot. Old Tiesto stuff is pretty good. Stuff without the words. I like that, like trance type stuff. Get Up Kids and Sunny Day in Real Estate. Get Up Kids and Sunny Day Real Estate. Okay, I'm guessing those are the other bands. I would not survive there. The other bands that I went to go see, well, the one I've had the most fun to go to is between not Fall Out Boy, sorry. The Front Bottoms was a good concert. If you ever heard of Matt and Kim, Matt and Kim's always a great concert to go to. And what you call it? The Arctic Monkeys. Arctic Monkeys are always like an amazing concert. And the Killers. I told you guys that me and the wife went to go see the Killers, and the wife was a little bit, she was whatchamacallit? What's a good way of saying this? She was out there a little bit. She was out there a little bit during that concert, and I teared up a little bit with the Killers because I had so much connection of them, like in high school, and I already talked about in basic training and all that kind of stuff. Over Heels, yeah. Sunny Day is from Seattle, and the kids that Get Up, Wait, the Get Up Kids are a huge inspiration for Fall Out Boy. Okay. I've never heard of the Get Up Kids. And I wanna look up that, but I wanna look up Mom Jeans for real. What was it? Let me get out of here. Because it's really loud in my ears. But I need to look into those two. And then a couple other concerts. I've been a lot of them were probably electronic concerts. A lot of electronic Daisy Carnival I would go see a lot. And you guys, I don't know if you guys know a lot of electronic music, but like Afrojack, Tiesto, Laid Back Luke was one of them that I went to go see. Dead Mouse, Avicii. I'm trying to think of all of them off the top of my head. I can't remember all of them. I think, yeah, I don't know, but a lot of them. I have really listened to too much. I have really listened to too much Mom Jeans, so I don't know how accurate the comparison is. Oh, I have. I'm guessing you're about to say I haven't really listened to a lot of Mom Jeans. I know of some of those. Which ones? Which ones, Sleepy? So what about Fiasco? Fiasco, what's your favorite concert you've been to, or what's the biggest one you've been to? Haven't. Yeah, that's what I figured. You haven't listened to too much Mom Jeans. You haven't listened to a lot of, you need to listen to some Modest Mouse, Harmfree. I think you would like Modest Mouse. Cowboy Dan, Fly Trapped in a Jar, those are all great songs. The Whale Song, the, King, I Came as a Rat, or something like that. There's some great songs out. Spitting Venom from Modest Mouse. I don't know. Modest Mouse is one of my favorite in the world. I actually, right here. This is actually a Modest Mouse tattoo. From their it's their album cover. From, whatchamacallit? From, it's either I Missed the Boat or We Were Dead Before the Ship Even Sank. One of those. Modest Mouse sounds really solid. Yeah, no, Modest Mouse is great. Like Float On is a great song. Don't get me wrong. But it's more of their like it's a lot of their it's like they're more of their radio song, right? So like when you get into like their deep stuff, it's really, really good. Especially their older stuff. I enjoy it a lot. But even the front bottoms are great. I fucking love the Front Bottoms. Or what's another one? Oh, you've heard of Tiesto and Dead Mouse? Yeah, Dead Mouse was really popular for a long time, right? Dead Mouse, because everyone knows him with the mouse, and he had I think the X's on the eyes or something like that, and he used to wear the mouse head. I don't know if he still does that when he actually goes up on stage and stuff like that. And Swedish House Mafia, Swedish punk band. When he said Swedish, I thought of Swedish House Mafia. I've seen them too, actually. They're actually great. A Swedish punk rock band. Which Swedish punk rock bands are out there? And Dark Gray Moon, where is Hai Lung from? I'm guessing you might know who Hai Lung is. But where are they from? I don't know if it's Sweden. But I'm not sure. Do you guys know of Silent Comedy? One of my favorites too. Never heard of Silent Comedy. Man, I need to start writing this stuff down. Sorry, who? Hai Lung. It's another band. If you guys want to, obviously you won't be able to hear the music, but I'll just show you like a little bit of what they look like. Hai Lung. It's pretty crazy stuff. You know? So this is Hai Lung. I enjoy watching Hai Lung too, though. Here, let me pull it up to the scene real quick so you guys can just see what they look like. But yeah, this is Hai Lung. A lot of this kind of stuff. A lot of Bones and stuff. They're really good, though. They pump you up. I'll listen to them sometimes when I'm working out. But I always enjoy listening to Hai Lung. Yeah. No, I don't. They're not a German band. I know that. But yeah, that's Hai Lung right there. They'll definitely pump you up a lot. Noise. I don't even I don't even know if you guys can hear it. You guys can let me know in the chat real quick. Can you guys actually hear it when I play stuff on YouTube? I didn't think you could, because I don't know if I set that up correctly. Do you guys know silent comedy? Let me write some of this down. I'm gonna write down silent comedy. Is it the silent comedy? Right? The silent comedy, just like the Zebra Cinsa. Or the Ohio State from anyone that's in the United States. That's what they always say. Comedy. Cool. I want to look up Mom Jeans. Give me some other bands to look up, guys. Do you like, oh, you know what? This is another one that you might like. So Harm, do you like modern baseball? I was wondering if you like modern baseball. I do enjoy modern baseball as well. What is up? Owen. Oh, Owen. I gotta look up Owen. Might be German with some Nordic influences. I don't know if they're actually German though. I think you know what? They might be Icelandic. But I was wondering if they were. I was wondering if there was if they're Sweden for some reason. For some reason, I thought that was. I thought it could have been Sweden, but I think it might be Icelandic now that I think about it. But obviously, there's a lot of there. Even when it comes to like past historic culture and stuff, Germany. When you go into and the Scandinavians and the Franks, the French, background and all that stuff, and even Anglo-Saxon, they all have similar, right? Could be Danish. I want to look it up now because you got me thinking. So Heilong, country of origin. Let me do that. I didn't spell origin right. Germany! You're right. You're right. Why did I not think that? Right, yeah, sorry about that. You were right the whole time, and I was like, no, not Germany. Could be Danish. I mean, I speak Danish-ish. Danish is an odd one, right? Even Sweden. Doesn't Sweden have a monarchy, right? Am I thinking that right? Doesn't Sweden have a monarchy? Modern baseball is cool. Haven't really listened too much of the Mobo. That must be a new term for the young cool kids. We both do. Google says Denmark. Google says Denmark for you? Highland country. It says Germany for me. I don't know why. Oh, members. So the members right here, if you look at it, the members are made up of members from Denmark, Norway, and Germany. So I should have just scrolled down a little bit. It says Heilong's from Denmark. We both do. Denmark and Germany. Yeah, we got Norway, Denmark, and Germany. Yeah, so we both do. As far as like Sweden, I know Sweden says that they became a monarchs. I think it was after Napoleon, right? Napoleon kind of took over parts of Sweden, and then after he left, they're like, "Oh, this monarchy thing's kind of cool. Let's keep this." And I think in the history books in Sweden, I want to say, is that right? So I can speak and know Danish. That's cool. But southern Sweden is kind of conflated with Denmark. Okay. So how many languages do you speak, Dark Gray? Obviously, you're speaking English now. So you're jumping into Danish, Swedish, English, I imagine. Imagine. Unless you're just translating everything that's going on. That would be a nightmare. I jump into a lot of Korean streams. I don't know if you guys know this, but I enjoy going into Korean streams once in a while. There's a guy I follow that actually is from the same town, the same city that I lived in when I was living in Korea. And he's a cool guy, and I enjoy watching him a lot, but he was we were talking and a lot of times in the chat, he was telling me, like, in the chat when we're talking, people don't know what you're saying in the chat because I'm saying in English. So I'll Google translate things that I say into Korean and throw it in the chat, and he'll talk to me in English and then tell everybody else in Korean what he's telling me, and he's answering what I said in Korean. Danish, Norwegian, Swedish, I hope. English and German. And I imagine Danish, Norwegian, Swedish, and German. Is there a lot of similarities between those two? Or not two, sorry. Those four? That's a big thing. And I did want to know, isn't it Sweden that they became a monarch after Napoleon took over, right? Isn't that true? And a bit of Swiss. German, of course. Oh, it's a Swiss. Is that right there, Dark Ray? I'm not sure. I might just be talking on my ass or not. But I want to say that was Sweden. But I want to wait for you since my wife is Swiss German. Oh, that makes sense. My wife is Brazilian, and I wish I spoke Portuguese as well as I should be able to speak Portuguese, but I'll be honest, I'm not the best with Portuguese. I talk to my son in Portuguese sometimes, but it's not good. Oof. What's oof? I'm not sure. Yeah, so my wife obviously speaks Portuguese. We don't speak a lot of Portuguese in the house, so that's probably part of it. I'm not very consistent on trying to learn it. Learning a language is hard, right? Especially when it's not around you. Like, my wife speaks, obviously she speaks perfect English. She's lived in the United States most of her life. And even to the point where she doesn't have an accent at all. I learned a little Portuguese in Switzerland. Ooh. That's funny that you learned Portuguese in Switzerland. But maybe when Lady Zebra comes down, made a friend in Brazil. That's cool. Maybe when Lady Zebra comes in, that you can try out some of your Portuguese. She's obviously fluent. But she tells me I need to learn more. Oh, you know what, guys? I have this little artwork. I'll show you guys. So if you guys see, it's just like a tape right there. Oh, hell no. Obrigado. Obrigado. So this is a little piece of, like, some wood. That's about it. Oh, okay. So if you look at this, I just kind of nailed these like little tack nails. I put those together and just bought the wood from a craft store. And then here's like a little thing on it. But I just cut out this bear and put him on here. And the idea is I want to have Bjorn, because obviously if you guys don't know, Bjorn just means bear essentially. So I want to have Bjorn paint this. I was working on this while watching Harm Free, but actually, but Bjorn's going to paint all over this and just mess with it and just throw a bunch of paint on it and stuff like that, and then I'll take the paint off, and then the paint, obviously, then the blue tape will try pretty much make an image of a bear. So then we'll put the idea is right here. The idea is like right here, I'll put his little feet right here so he can like stamp his signature, and then he'll just throw a bunch of paint on it. I'll take off the tape, and then the tape will make an image of a bear. So that's the idea. Hopefully it works out. So thank you. Obrigado. I have a dog that actually doesn't know any English. So my dogs only speaks English, hears and responds to commands in English, and the other dog only really want to learn Spanish and Portuguese. Oh, they're both great languages. More Latin based, which would probably be harder for you, since all the languages that you say that you know are all more like around the same thing, like old Germanic type languages type things, and old Nordic languages, which is very, very similar to old Germanic. Right? Even English derives a lot from Germanic languages. But those Latin-based languages are a little bit different in comparison, right? It takes probably a little bit more, which can be difficult. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so one of my dogs doesn't actually speak English at all. Only takes commands in Portuguese. So it's like vem, which just means like come. Xixi, which is kind of like go to the bathroom. Bula, Santa, like sit, jump, like all of the little commands for my little toy poodle. That toy poodle is all my commands are going to be in Portuguese. All my little things, pretty much most of the time I talk to my son, it's usually in very broken Portuguese and English. We're trying to teach him Portuguese before English because the way we feel about it is if he learns English first, there's really no reason for him to ever learn Portuguese. And thank you guys for saying that it looks cute. It took me way too long to make that bear with tape. I did not know it was going to be that hard. So I really need to, you will need to learn slangs for Spanish. 90% of people use them. No mames way. No mames way taco. No, that's the only one. As a bit of a web, I love to learn Japanese, but heck, the kanji is such a bother. But heck, the kanji, I don't know what that means. That's a curse. That's a curse. LOL. And that's not a curse. You are halfway there. I love MAGA though. So, you know what's so funny is my it's not a curse. What is it? Oh, it is a curse. That's a curse. I thought you meant no mommy's way is a curse. Oh, I wasn't sure. What is it? It is Master Lemon. It's a curse. It is Master Lemon. It's a curse. Well, I don't want to learn curses. Kanji. Oh, like a curse word. So 2,000 kanji, and you might be able to read a newspaper. I learned 2,000 kanji, and you might be able to read a newspaper. Way, it's a slang, actually means donkey. But it's way to call people. Are you talking about no mommy's way? Or are you talking about kanji? Their taco. I'm not sure. No, Japanese. I know Dark's talking about Japanese. And that's one of the things I forgot to ask my grandfather when he was here. So my grandfather is, you guys know that he was here. He actually does speak Japanese, and I didn't even mention it. I completely forgot that he spoke Japanese until you just mentioned it now. He does a lot of work, and he did a lot of work. Every year he would go to Japan for periods of time. And he worked at the nuclear power plants in Japan. They would send him off over there because I don't know, whatever he was doing was beyond what they were able to do there in Japan. So he would go to Japan and work at the nuclear power plants. And I don't know why I didn't bring that up. I don't know why. I completely forgot. He does not care about anime, nothing like that. He only learned because of work. And I know he always told me he would always bring stuff back from Japan. Every time he went, like Japanese money, he would bring me like dried seaweed, all that kind of stuff. Total Web. Indeed, Sleepy. So now I know what not to say, Taco. So guys, I'm super confused. I'm talking about your curse. My lordy, indeed, Sleepy. Oh, are you talking about No Mommy's Way? Oh, No Mommy's Way, yeah. Yeah, it's essentially a curse. I can't... You know what's so funny is my Spanish used to be really good. And the wife tells me I'm not allowed to speak Spanish because she wants me to learn Portuguese. So Spanish, she always tells me if I try to think of a word and I end up thinking of the Spanish word equivalent to it, and my Spanish has gotten really bad in the last couple of years just because I haven't spoken it in maybe, forever, really. It was okay when I was a kid a little bit because my godparents are Puerto Rican. And then it kind of went away because I never spoke it for years. And then I kind of picked it up because I was dating somebody that was from South America and started to pick it back up again. I know English, Spanish, English, and Spanglish. And then I met my wife and I stopped speaking it again. It kind of comes and goes a little bit if I'm around it enough. One of my buddies from Colombia, he was telling me he was going to come visit me probably this next couple, like in the next year. And when he comes up, he usually just talks to me in English, but most, like maybe some Spanish will start to come back. I don't know. But I can't even think of it. Like I think of like I'm trying to think of something to say, but I'm just thinking of words like trabajando or yo tengo hambre or I don't know, like, and I'm not that hungry right now, so that doesn't make sense. But just like little bit. I guess it was more of understanding it a little bit more and then being able to speak it just slightly. I know English and very little Spanish. Me and my wife are always speaking English. That's interesting. So you said your wife obviously is from Switzerland, so she speaks more Swiss, German. You obviously you grew up in Sweden, so you speak Swedish. And then is it that the common language between you guys that are the strongest is English? Hold on one second. Made sure I mute my mic for that because that's gross. I don't want you guys to. That's what I made. That's pretty interesting. How many languages does your wife speak? And you know what, guys? Dark Ray Moon's wife is actually on Twitch as well. And I've never seen her in here before. I did not know that your wife actually goes on Twitch until I saw her in Manaska. Is she a fan of Manaska? Or was it just that one stream? The Miss used to learn the Swedish in a year. The Missus learned the Swedish in a year? How did she do that? Did she use like some type of program? Did she use something like that? She is on here. Where is she? Is she's on here? She just did. That's amazing. Your wife is a lot smarter than I will ever be. Because I've been with my wife since 2018. So I've been with my wife for 4 years now. And I still do not know Portuguese fluently. Even when she'll talk to her mom in Portuguese. And I will pick out words here and there and kind of like get a general understanding of what some parts of the sentences might be. But outside of that, yeah, she said hi to Manaska. Oh, she just did. She said hi to Manaska. Yeah, Manaska's great. So was she just on that one stream, or does she go on there often? And she's in here. Is she lurking, or is she just watching with you there, Dark? But I know, and by the way, Dark, if you guys don't know, me and Manaska are planning. I know we were talking about, I think it was when you were on too. We're talking about doing a sit down, just the two of us, and doing just chatting of us just talking. But we are still planning on doing that. I'm just waiting. I'm picking up my daughter. My daughter's flying up. She's in Arizona, so my daughter's flying up from Arizona. Tuesday. So after that, then I'll talk to Manaska about meeting up with him as far as hanging out and doing a sit down with Manaska where we'll talk maybe on a Saturday stream or something like that. So that would be pretty cool. And it's kind of like a little meeting of worlds right there. Manaska and me live pretty close to each other. Literally, we live about 10 minutes away. Manaska would probably be hard to be a regular on for you because he mostly streams during the weekdays. And he streams a lot earlier than I do. Because we both work early in the morning, it says I have to stream. That's why I started only streaming Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Outside of working like a mad person. Which, you know what, guys? I took 2 weeks off. I just couldn't take it anymore. I took 2 weeks off. And I have a lot of use or lose. Which is pretty much that I have so many vacation days right now that if I don't use 23 vacation days by October 1st, I lose them. So, yeah, we had Yeah, so I took the next 2 weeks off because my daughter's coming here Tuesday, and we're gonna hang out for the next 2 weeks. So like every time before when she first comes here, or right when she's about to leave, I like to take a week off or 2 weeks off and just hang out with her because it's I don't get a lot of time to hang out with her. So when I was nuts about wait, let me read up. We haven't been very regular at Manaska. Manaska's a good guy though. He's nice. Obviously I work with him and we live close to each other. And my daughter is friends with his daughter, which is the reason why I was waiting for her to be here so that we can actually do that stream together. But we had a very fun stream a month ago. Yeah, I know exactly the one you're talking about when he was doing that hype train, which I honestly do have no clue how to do that. I don't know how to indicate or how to start a hype train. No clue how to do this kind of stuff. I definitely need to talk to him about how to figure that out. Yeah, Manaska with his sister. When his sister came to visit him for his birthday. So he just turned 40. And his arm. I mean, his wife. Oh, yeah, it was great. So did he have one with his wife on there? His wife, Haggy Poo. Haggy's his wife on there. But, yeah, I didn't know he actually had his wife on there. I didn't see that one. No, only the arm. Just the arm of his wife? That's funny. That's funny. I didn't know that. His wife's a really nice person too. She's a gamer as well. She plays a lot of Overwatch. I don't know if she said that. But yeah, she plays a lot of Overwatch. I've never played with her because she's a PC player. So Overwatch hasn't been cross-platform for that long. And yeah, I just never played with her before. She's probably better than me for sure, especially nowadays. I was going to be I didn't think I was going to be nuts about the subs until I did. Oh, you're talking about Manaska. Yeah, you were going ham with those subs. I think your wife was too. And there was a couple, maybe like one or two more people that was giving out subs like crazy during that hype train. Yeah, I have no clue how to do that. Maybe I'll do it one of these weekends on a Saturday, but I have no clue how to do it right now. And then I was like, what the fuck? You must have been drinking. Is it one of those things that you did it at the night and then you wake up in the morning and you're trying to figure out like, holy shit, let me look at my bank statement. How much money did I spend last night? One of those when it's like one of those things where you go to sleep, you wake up and you're like, now I have to be a detective. Now I have to like, where are my pants? Where's my underwear? Like where oh shit, who pissed over there? That might have been me. How much money did I spend last night? But I don't regret it. Yeah, you don't have to regret it. I guess it would be a regret if you woke up, you spent that much money, but you needed that money to like pay for your rent, all right? Or pay for utility, or pay for your insurance on your car or something like that. But if you have a little bit of income to the point where it's not going to like hurt in that way, then after that, it's not too bad, right? That's what I always say. Like I've told you guys multiple times, I didn't think I was that kind of Twitch viewer. Exactly. Yes, it's like one of those things that like when I was a kid, I've talked about this before. I grew up very, very poor. Very, very poor. Like so in the Midwest, in Ohio and stuff, there used to be a lot of jobs up there for car manufacturing. And there was Ford, like Dodge. There's all these car manufacturers. And during the 90s, all those factories were going overseas to China. So all these factories were getting shut down everywhere. And a lot of little populations that were kind of like supported by these factories, they just kind of went to the wayside. And my family was affected by that traumatically. Like when I talk about how poor I was as a kid to my friends that grew up in the Philippines, they're like, where did you grow up? Because I grew up in a third world country and that's the same way I grew up. And I go, in Ohio, in America. And that blows their mind. Like talking about like taking, like grabbing buckets of water and putting it in a pot and boiling the water on a stove, and then and then my whole family would come over with like towels and stuff and wipe ourselves off to clean ourselves, you know, like that's how poor we were, right? We would just like clean ourselves with, you know, hot water essentially, and going to sleep in the winter because we lived in Ohio, which has cold climate, lots of snow, and we couldn't afford the heat. So I would wear a winter coat to bed and put on like 2 blankets and stuff like that, and I would sleep, and my room would be like, you know, 25, 30 degree Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. So I would be sleeping in a room, and I'm going to look it up real quick. I'm just going to say 30, it would be like 0, right? 0 degrees Celsius below. I would be sleeping in my room in that temperature, and it was freezing. So, and then a lot of times when, you know, we would go and, you know, stay with other people and that kind of stuff, or we lived in my grandparents' basement for a little bit, or we lived in a camper for a little bit, just kind of moved around a lot. But with that, I had these ideas. The reason why I even talking about that now, is I had these ideas of what rich people had when I was a kid. And a couple things I thought that rich people had is like fruit. Anyone that had fresh fruit, I thought they were rich, because that was not something that we had, because this is something we couldn't afford, right? So like when I went to a friend's house and they had like the basket, like the little thing of fresh fruit, I would be like, oh my god, they're rich. Or if I went to a friend's house or my grandparents' house at one point, where they always had like plants, like, you know, like the ivies and all that kind of plants growing throughout the house in little pots, I was like, oh man, they must be rich, they're buying plants, which is crazy, right? Or if they had animals, like the idea, my mom would always say that animals are a deficit, which pretty much means that you give animals stuff, they never give you anything back. They don't work, they don't pay bills, they don't do anything. So animals was a no-go. We never had animals growing up that often. So we never had animals. So I always thought that, in my head, the way my mom would talk about it, is that only rich people had animals. So like, which is kind of right. But now that I'm older, I have a little bit, I'm able to pay my bills, that kind of stuff. I have 4 animals. I have 2 dogs, 2 cats. I have plants in the house. I have a basket of fruit on the counter, and I feel like in my head I'm rich. I'm able to pay my bills, and I think that's a good place. Outside of that, everything is more just saving money, even with this stream. So let me read through these. I can relate, but my parents worked their way out of essential poverty. And when I was a kid, when I was a kid, I never out of place, right? So you never like felt you were in the right place, I imagine. That's what you're trying to say. My parents first placed together was 12 square meters. What is 12 square meters in feet? Because I'm a dirty American. 129 feet. Well, with that, I'm guessing it was just like a little studio. Then they probably didn't even have a room. I did move a lot growing up too. There, Taco. We moved a lot. I went from grade school, from kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade. I went to 12 different schools. Sometimes I went to the same school for 2 years. Sometimes I went to 2 different schools in 1 year. It just kind of depended. My grandparents wanted to send me to private schools, so once in a while I would go to a private school for a year. Anytime my grandparents wanted me to go to a private school and they decided like, hey, I'll give you, they gave my parents money and we would go to private school in Denmark. But here in Sweden, I grew up in a tiny place and it was pretty great. Sweden's an expensive place to live, right? It's a very expensive place, and it's the cost of living there is very expensive. Like the United States is the United States is getting expensive right now because of inflation, right? You're saying that Sweden's not expensive. I've known people that's traveled to Sweden. Me personally, have not. And I guess they were comparing it to the United States. And maybe it was in comparison to the United States, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was expensive, but I'm guessing if you're looking at Denmark and other Nordic, other Scandinavian countries or whatever, those North countries, Sweden's probably not the worst out of all of them. Not like, yeah, Switzerland I heard is insane. I haven't heard too much about Norway though. But just even like housing prices, I know like a buddy of mine went to Sweden not too long ago, a couple months ago, and he was telling me about some of the housing prices. Like here in the United States, housing prices get crazy as well. But like usually the crazy housing prices in the United States, like Massachusetts, New York, California. When you go into Florida, there's some places that are a little bit more expensive than others, and obviously there's better neighborhoods or just like ritzy neighborhoods type things, like rich neighborhoods, and then you have like middle class good neighborhoods and that kind of stuff. So it depends really where you're living. But let's say in Ohio, like I will say this, there's not a lot of jobs in Ohio, so you'd have to work remote. But you could get a nice, like, if you go in, like, the mountains in Ohio, like southern Ohio, right there where the mountains are, the Appalachian Mountains, and that kind of stuff, they're really pretty, very beautiful. It snows there, and, like, it's just, like, it has all the seasons. It's a very nice place. The soil's good. The grass is good. There's a lot of good moisture, a lot of good for growing if you want to, you know, have a nice garden, that kind of stuff, have some animals. It's a good environment for that. And you might be able to buy... let's say maybe 5 to 10 acres in that part of with a nice little house or something like that, and you might be paying like $250,000 at the most, right? $200,000 to $250,000. You can even go down as far as like $80,000. I saw a really nice little 2-bedroom house with 10 acres in southern Ohio for $90,000 one time, which is insane. Bro, you said you're going to call it a night like 30 minutes ago. I did say that. Viasco keeps me honest. Oh, Viasco. I do that all the time, Viasco, because I talk too much. Teslas is affordable in Norway because this is from Dark, by the way, the insane taxes on gases and cars. So yeah, you get that in States too. Like in the States, you have certain places. Obviously, gas prices are going up everywhere right now. But in the States, you have gas prices that will change state by state. And it's because the state pushed down individual taxes on it. So like Massachusetts or New York, like when I would drive through New York, I lived in Massachusetts for a while, which people call Taxachusetts, because the taxes in Massachusetts are fucking insane. Like I paid 2 things on like my car. I would have to pay for the emissions check for like, you know, green, whatever my emissions on my car. And then you would have to pay the registration taxes every single year. And on my car, my registration taxes for a little bit was over $1,000. It was insane. Ohio seems like pretty nice. So Ohio is very similar. Like North Ohio is flat, but you have the lake up there, which is nice. And then Southern Ohio is Southern Ohio, and then going into West Virginia is a lot of like rolling hills or like smaller, greener mountains. Not like the snow, not like what you have in the Nordic countries where you have those like snow-capped mountains and stuff. The snow like Rocky Mountains would be where I'm at, actually, in Wyoming, Colorado. Like those like when I go hiking up like those big Rocky Mountains and stuff. I have some friends in there. In Ohio, so that's actually where I was born. I was born in Ohio, raised in Ohio until I was a teenager. Ohio rural isn't bad, I don't think. Viasco, where are you at? Viasco, I think he's American, actually. So, Viasco, what state are you in? 1,000 for registration? That in no way should be fucking thing. What do you drive? A fighter jet? No, I drive a Volkswagen. I drive I'll say it. I drive a 2016 Volkswagen GTI hatchback. You climb the Rockies? American, yes. So what state? One of the Rocky Mountains is a string, right? That goes up from north to south in the United States. Even comes up into Canada as well. But I've climbed a couple of them. So I've hiked up a couple of the mountains. The one closest to me that I'll go up to once in a while with my daughter is it's called Horsetooth, I think. I want to say it's called Horsetooth, or yeah, Horsetooth. I think that's the name of it. It's a nice little hike. It's probably like 5 miles up or maybe, yeah, about 5 miles up. And that's one I could take my daughter to because she's 9 years old. I drive a 350. I love building cars. When you say 350, that could mean a couple things. Thinking Nissan. Are you driving a Nissan or do you drive a... I got a Golf. Oh, so that's almost the same as that car. Horsetooth. Yeah, it is Horsetooth Mountain. Yeah, that's the one I take my kiddo on. It's a 5 mile up and then 5 miles back, I think, give or take. Maybe 3 to 5. But it's a nice little thing. 350 could be a Nissan 350Z, or I was thinking a Ford F350. I wasn't sure. So you like building cars? Yeah, GTIs are a lot of fun. GTIs are a lot of fun. I got a Golf, 1,000 USD to fill a tank. My lordy. 1,000 USD to drive a tank, to fill up a tank. That is insane. That is crazy. I couldn't imagine. Like, for my car, to fill up my tank in a GTI, and obviously you have to use a higher octane, right? In gas. Like, I use a 91 octane in my car, so I use the top in the gas station here, or what you might call a petro station. I don't know what you call it in Sweden. But yeah, we run a premium. Yeah, premium is an animal. I work from home. Well, that works, that you work from home. 95, nothing fancy. Yeah, I thought I would keep this car until I run it into the ground. It doesn't have a lot of mileage on it. It only has about 60,000 miles, and I put about... It probably cost me about $60 USD to fill up the tank, which is a lot more than what it used to cost. Just like, what is it, maybe 2-3 years ago, it would cost me like maybe $30. Like 30 USD. Premium, Supreme, premium, gas only. Yeah. Same with my car. Premium and gas only. It definitely brings up the price. 60,000. Sheesh. Yeah, well, 60,000 is not that bad for a car that I've owned for 7 years now. I bought it brand new. It cost me like $70. Yeah, so probably about the same price range. We probably have similar tanks. Nissans are a lot of fun. I had a Nissan Frontier for a long time. Obviously, it's different, but I love it. Bro, it used to be so nice to fill up. No complaints. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually looking at selling my GTI if you guys are interested. But no, I'm just joking. I was thinking about selling it about maybe I think I can get about 17,000, 17 to 19,000 USD for it. I think that was the Blue Book value. Oh yeah, your Golf with the plaid seating. Yeah, I do have a plaid seating in there, and I drive a stick shift, so I have the Germans' way of showing that hey, we're fun people, and essentially it's a little golf ball on the stick shift for the manual transmission. They put that little golf ball on there, and they're like, hey, look it, we're Germans, but we're also fun. We're also fun. Look at this golf ball. We know what sports are. But they should put a soccer ball, right? Germans are good at soccer. Why do they put golf? I don't know. Because of the golf, I imagine, right? Because essentially a GTI, like Dark says he has a Golf, And a GTI and a Golf's the same thing for the most part. Like even when I see Golfs that are the same year as mine, they look exactly the same. I do have a two-door, which makes my car a little bit more sought after, just because 2016 was the last year I think they actually made the two-door, which a two-door is traditional a GTI thing. I have no idea how much it costs for our car. We haven't filled it up in a while. What do you drive there, Sleepy? What do you drive? Taco, do you have a car? I don't know if Taco has a car because Taco's younger. And Taco, how was that one job that you were going after? I was wondering about that. I got my 350Z for $16,000. Well, that's not bad. What year is it then? It was a replacement to an identical one I had and swapped the transmission and all that. I got $11,000 for it. When you say swap the transmission, I had the Taco Mobile. Is it that right when you say Taco Mobile, my mind goes to food truck. If you had a food truck, that would be awesome. We have a 2016 Hyundai Accent. My wife drives a 2017 Hyundai Elantra. So that's along the same lines. But you know what? I say gold because it's faster than a GTI. That's the only reason why I said I say Golf. It is faster than a GTI. And you know what? And I love my GTI. It's a nice little rally car. It speeds up when I want to. Obviously, it's a manual, so it's a lot of fun to drive. Especially here in Wyoming and stuff like that. There's a lot of those like side roads and going up like mountains like on the side when I go down to Colorado and stuff. It's a lot of fun to drive, but I am going to sell it. I had two motorcycles. My wife had a motorcycle and I had a motorcycle. We had two Harley Davidsons. I had a Harley Davidson 2016 what's it called? 1200 Sportster 48. And my wife had an 883 2007. We didn't put a lot of mileage on them. We just sold them. I'm selling my car. We're taking that money and we're putting it towards, I hate to say it, a minivan. A minivan. Oh, it's depressing to say. Yeah, we sold the motorcycles though. It was very depressing for me to sell my motorcycle. My wife told me, don't worry when we sell the motorcycles because I promise you'll get a motorcycle not that long and not that too far in the future. So I sold it with that promise. I think my next motorcycle will probably be maybe a Harley again, or I was thinking about doing what should I call it? I was thinking about doing an Indian. I like the Indian motorcycles too. Not the transmission. Oh my god, I meant the suspension completely tired. I slammed it on some coils and replaced the rear control arms. It was my baby. It was not given a fair amount. That sucks, man. I know how hard that is. Some extra seats in the trunk of your Golf. Stop calling it a Golf there, Viasco. It's not a Golf. It's not a Golf. It's a GTI. It's a GTI. I guess they're the same. Oh, man. Yeah. My wife wants to get the 2022 Toyota Sienna. Yes. It is it's good on gas. And the big reason why we were even thinking that way is because we move a lot for my job. I have the weakest of the Golfs, I'm guessing. Okay, my bad. GTI. Golfs. I love it. I love Golfs. I love GTIs. Dark Gray, do you have a manual or do you have an automatic? And the same goes for you, Viasco. A Vespa. a Golf TI. I'm guessing it stands for, I actually don't know. I'm guessing it stands for Golf Turbo something. Manual, perfect. Toyota Cheyenne. Why not a Porsche Cheyenne? It's Toyota Sienna. Why would I ever get a Porsche? I don't like So expensive. I don't like Porsches. I don't like Lamborghinis. I do not like BMWs, or I do like Audis. I will say I do like Audis, but or Altis, Audis is the correct pronunciation. Altis, but I don't care for those. I just think they're such garbage, though. They're weak, but it's strong enough for me. You know what, though? That's all that matters. A Ford Fusion Hybrid 2009 automatic. Drift is back. A Ford Fusion. Ford Fusions are interesting cars because I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Ford cars. I think Ford's an interesting company, though. That's what I was going to say. Because I think Fords make the best trucks. The most reliable trucks outside of a Toyota Tacoma. Toyota Tacoma, Toyota Tundras are very reliable. They're very nice cars. Everything Toyota is going to be reliable. But then when you go into Ford trucks, I would say that's the second best. Porsches are very unreliable, 100%. BMWs are money pits. I don't like Ford. So when it comes to Ford Fusion, though, Ford Fusion, I never drove one, so I can't say. But I do like Ford trucks. If I got another truck, it would probably be between a Ford, what is it they called? A Ford 150, or it would probably be between a Toyota Tacoma. I can't even see the front. I don't like it too, but it's the parents. Well, as long as you got something. My dad, Ford van caught on fire. His work's parking lot. That's crazy. What is it? The Ford something. I don't remember the name of their van, honestly. I hated it. I couldn't even see the front. Wait, oh, I had a Focus rental. Felt like I was being behind a massive dashboard. That's crazy. Yeah, Ford F-150. Yeah, I do like the Ford F-150s a lot. The Ford electric truck is that is crazy as far as the car catching on fire. The Minivan is all right. Yeah, and I think Chrysler makes a minivan that's somewhat popular, but I think Toyotas are they're very reliable cars, and I just think they're the best when it comes to that kind of stuff. Obviously, the Honda's not bad either, but I think Honda is different than in Toyota. People compare the two a lot, but I think this is my opinion. I think Hondas do very well with smaller cars. Like if you get a Honda Civic or a Honda Accord, they will drive forever. But I don't think that Hondas, or even the CR-V, the Honda CR-V is great too, as far as reliability. But when you go into the Honda Pilots or the bigger Hondas, you know, it's just I don't think they don't do as well with bigger engines in comparison to the Toyotas. Nissan is extremely reliable. Nissan is very reliable. I had a Nissan Frontier for a while, and the only reason why that I ended up having to sell it because I didn't have the money to replace the transmission. And it was my fault that the transmission went out. I was young, and I did not know that you should change your transmission fluid on an automatic transmission. I'm an idiot. I don't think I'll have the courage to learn. LOL. I feel panic attack coming just thinking of driving. You'll drive soon there, Taco. Don't worry. I love the crash on Need for Speed, but not in real life. Don't worry, Tacos. Driving is not that bad. Driving's not that bad. Wow, bro. Yeah, I was stupid, and I did not know that you should change your transmission fluid. I learned my lesson on my wife's car. She has an automatic transmission. And my car is obviously it's a manual. I changed my transmission fluid with OEM fluid every 50,000 miles. I do the same on my wife's car as well. Sorry. Don't get me wrong. Love the Nissan 350Z when they first came out. That was my dream car when it first came out, was a Nissan 350Z. I used to have a poster of it in my room, actually. Wiper oils. I don't know what wiper oils mean. It's just you drive a massive thing. It's so scary. Yes, it is true. It almost becomes second nature, though. I will say that, Taco. I remember when I first started driving, it was a little scary, all that kind of stuff. But over time, it does become like, it just becomes so fluid, right? You kind of get used to doing it to the point where I don't know how to say it. It just kind of becomes second nature. Where I don't like nowadays. I can wake up from a drunken stupor. I can wake up a little hungover and drive on the highway and I'll be fine. But being a 16-year-old kid, I wasn't able to do that. Transmission fluids on the 350Z, I could not find where to change it. I did unplug it from the radiator and then it worked amazingly. So with transmission fluids, I always go straight to the dealership. I call the dealership up. If they don't have it, I have them order it. And they will order it up. You go by the OEM. You can just buy the fluid, and then I usually just change it out myself. Mustangs and Camaros was my favorite car due to the Transformers movies. Oh, I see. I'm not a big the Camaro fan of the Transformer movie. I do like when people get a yellow Camaro just for that. But I do like Mustangs a lot more, just because they're slightly more reliable than a Camaro. Let me see. Should we raid somebody, guys? I need to go to bed. I gotta wake up early to go pick up my Nana from the airport. Let's see if you can do it first. So let me give you guys an option. We're gonna raid either Saint that's playing Valorant, if you guys want to go into Valorant. We have the Bearded Potato, which is another veteran that is playing Genshin Impact. We have Mr. Bomb Official, which you guys know Mr. Bomb. We've raided him a couple times. And he is doing a Just Chatting. And we have... Or we can just jump into some random raid. We can do the random raid thing that we can go into a... I do that once in a while where we look up a game, a category, and I jump in with anyone with pretty much a camera, and that's talking, and we just jump in them, and then we end up raiding. I always enjoy that as well. You meet new people. Same here. Need to head back to the bank. Let me read this. Camaro's my dad's favorite. Well, Camaro's a nice fast car, and I'll say driving little turbo cars like a Nissan 350Z or a GTI, when you jump into a random, let's do random. What game do you guys want to do? You guys want to do Fable? You guys want to do Mass Effect? Do you guys want to do Stardew Valley? I don't care. Whatever you guys throw in, I'll do. But when you go into like a Camaro or a Mustang, it's a different animal. It's one of those things that you don't realize how much of a difference those cars have. Like when it comes to engine size, especially. Like my car has a 4-cylinder, right? But when you go into a Mustang, my buddy of mine rented a Mustang, and he was in Boston. We went into Boston. It was snowing, and the road was icy, and he started revving his engine. I'll admit, we were both pretty drunk, and he actually the GTR from yeah, that's a great car, but he was revving up the engine, and you could feel the engine twisting inside the little zoom, zoom, zoom. And the car was actually sliding to the right every time he did it because we were on ice. So what category do you guys want me to jump into? We got a couple categories. We can do any category of any game. The first one that you guys say in, the first person that puts in a category, I'll jump into that game. So, or I can look up. Let me look around real quick. So let me know in the chat what category are you guys looking for? What type of game are you guys looking for? And I'll jump into that game. So don't worry, I gotcha. So I was trying to see. I'm trying to look, but I'm not seeing anyone that's posted anything on Twitter saying they're about to jump into a stream. We talked about Assassin's Creed earlier. Yeah, Dark Souls. Dark Souls, Assassin's Creed. Dark Souls is fun. I love it. Let me put in one of these. There we go. I might do Dark Souls. What, Dark Souls 3? There we go. I like the idea of Assassin's Creed though too. We got a couple people on here. And it looks like some decent guys. I gotta make sure they speak English. That's one of the things, right? We got a couple English, we got Hungarian, we got English Austria. You guys want to do English Austria? You guys want to do Hungarian and English? You guys want to do... There's another English right here. But when I jump into randoms, I like to make sure that they have... Yeah, I like to make sure that they have, whatchamacallit, a camera. Because at least I know they'll be talking. That's really the main reason why I do that. Yeah, so which one? Which one there? Taco, Dark Souls 1. Alright, Dark Souls. Let's do Dark Souls 1, we'll look into that. We got a couple live in here, we got some... Go up here. I don't know if that's English. There's one in Mexico right here. English. But I don't know if it's in Spanish. That might be hard for, you know. Why is Elder Ring on here? Okay. Mastered. Okay, you guys want to jump into this person's. Hopefully they speak English. The girl. That's what I was thinking too, actually, but I was gonna check that they speak English. They do speak English. Alright. We'll do one of those. We'll do a raid. We'll do the raid this way. And I'll put it right here. Paste. Alright. That's the one I was thinking too. This channel is intended for mature audiences. So thank you guys for all being here. Thank you guys for being a part of this today. Thank you guys. I'll see you most likely tomorrow night. If something happens, I'll throw it in the Discord if I'm not able to do it. Because I will be picking up my Nana and we're going to be spending time with her tomorrow. So let's jump into this. And I'll be taking off pretty soon afterwards. So let's jump into Christelle. All right, guys. Thank you, Dark, if you're still here. Thank you for your stream. So Dark, thank you for the subs. Thank you guys for the channel points. Thank you for redeeming those. Thank you for spamming all these, spamming all the emotes and all that kind of stuff. So if I can't tomorrow, we'll jump in. The only thing I do ask, and I think everyone here has pretty much, everyone here probably has, a sub because of Dark Gray. We all thank Dark Gray on that. But, let's throw as many emotes out there. Let's let them know that we come in here. And, let's put a bunch of, zebra zeals and all the faces and the hypes and all that kind of stuff. Let's just spam the shit out of them when we first jump in. Ready, set, go.